Where is... There it is. Still waiting on the CK. That's mostly what I do in my life. Wait for the creation kit to load. And... Hello, Sir Rick. I am shocked you are awake. Hey, Kez Daddy. How's your building plan coming along? Hello, Canuck. Can you guys hear me all right? Is the volume solid today? Not having a whole week go by, I didn't have a chance to mess up my stream setup like usual. All right, there we go. All right, until anybody has something for me to look at, I'm gonna pop in game and uh-oh, I gotta turn off. Switch this sound device. Uh-oh, trouble with CK. Trouble with CK, like CK being the CK, like you not understanding how to use it, or are you getting some sort of error? Hello, Sonic Phil. I hear there was a big old party today in the We Are Builders channel. I missed out on that. A bunch of like 4 or 5 people streaming simultaneously. Kind of funny. Where was our... I gotta hurry up and get in here before the whole stream gets claimed by random South American company. But yeah, if anybody is struggling with something in the game jam, that is why I'm streaming tonight. I will demo things. I will look at your plugins and show you how to fix stuff. I will look at your save files and see if there's a problem. See if I can fix an issue with exporting. Whatever you guys need me to do. I just want to help folks who are feeling stuck or they're not sure what to do next to get their building plan finished. No error code, no Windows pop-up. Well, that doesn't sound great. All right, let's turn... There we go. Radio off. So you can't get so you could open both Steam and Demo 2. No error code, no Windows pop-up. It just loads for about 10 seconds and then stops. Interesting. Do you see it like in your task manager still running maybe? Usually for me, so usually what I find the big reasons the CK I've seen won't launch are the very first time, if you installed it somewhere separate from Fallout 4, that can cause a problem. If it's a new clean install, you have to run the game once before the CK seems to want to run correctly. Those are some odd issues. Oh, I gotta turn down the game sound. It's so loud today. Sometimes you've got to delete the... What am I doing? Audio. You've got to delete the preferences file, and then that suddenly makes it work again. So you can go into your Fallout 4 folder, and there's a... You can delete your creation kit prefs. That can sometimes help. Same with deleting out your... no, your Fallout 4 custom. Yeah, I think everything is in your base directory. There's creation kit prefs should get, if you delete that and then relaunch CK, it should recreate it. I think that there might be a conflict with some ENBs can cause a problem too with the CK. Is there going to be another chapter for SS2 or maybe a SS3? Not really another chapter. What we're doing for, air quotes, chapter 4 is we're releasing a bunch of big updates. Right now we're trying to pull off one per quarter. The next one is actually queued up for later this month. And they're going to just be like big feature overhauls, new story content, stuff like that. Basically like slowly working our way toward a complete vision. And then... beyond that, we're not sure. We have a big like internal what would you call it roadmap that we're trying to hit, and once we complete that, we'll see where we're at. We'll see what we want to do next. But in the our long game is to, as a team, we're trying to get our own game created eventually. So if you're not familiar with the news, we recently launched a studio to start raising funds toward that end, and that is something we're working on in the background. It's a long plan, though. We're not trying to like rush out something quick, because obviously, Sim Settlements 2 got a free boost by being built on top of Fallout 4. So if we do our own thing, we have to first build our own Fallout 4 effectively before we can build Sim Settlements 3. So long game plan. Right now, still having fun modding Fallout 4. There's still a lot we want to do in SS2. Still a lot we want to get into our characters and such. So can't stay for in-depth troubleshooting. Try those and scream in WADB if it doesn't work. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think the CK not starting is not an unusual problem. So I'm sure that there are solutions out there. If none of those work, there'll be other ones for you. But just another reminder, everybody, if you have something, if you're working on a thing for the game jam, you need some help, or you just want me to demo a step, you want me to show you how to make building stages, or how to do nav mesh, or how to run the scripts, or if you're having a problem, or maybe your plugin's not loading correctly, I can look at plugins tonight, I can look at save files tonight, whatever you guys want. Otherwise, we are just going to, I think, tinker. So I'm going to go to our, what is it? SS2 BT land, I think. Yeah, build tool land. Go play around in here. Oh, need some God mode. All right, what should we build here? I love my 2x2s, so I'm going to keep to that. Surface. Do these not snap to the surface? Do they just always go in the ground? I don't ever use these things. I don't usually mess with the DLC kits. Let's see, do they snap to each other? Yeah, they snap to each other. Come on. Come on, get on there. Snapping everywhere but where I want you to. No, I want you right there on this corner. Right on that. Oh, he snaps on that corner. All right, fine. We'll go around that way. How about here? Are you going to snap here? I think that's correct. And then how about this? Can you plug this hole? Oh, are they slightly... Ah, okay, I see. All right, so now... Group grab. There we go. How many people have said they're publicly participating? I've seen, I mean, the We're Builders server had quite a few in there today. But I would say, well, I don't know how many it's going to be, but I guess more than 10. I don't know. I don't really have a concept of how many people are involved with it. There's a lot of people. And then when I watch people, have watched people streaming it, the chat's going on about all the people working on their stuff. So it should be fun. It'll be more than a city planning contest. You're supposed to build the towers in the corners for them to snap to. Ah, okay. If you guys release your own game, it'll be post-apocalyptic theme that follows it in. Probably not. We'll probably want to do something different, just because we've got, we've explored post-apocalypse pretty thoroughly with this, but I'm uncertain. I love that. I love the post-apocalypse theme, but we'll see. We're not at that stage yet of thinking about it. Like right now, we're trying to get ourselves in a position where everybody that we need as core team to like flesh out the ideas and build the prototypes and everything can make a living working on it. So it's kind of where our time is currently. Raising funds. Is there a smaller version of this piece? I don't like this concrete roof. I want a little baby one. Maybe the floors will work. Let's see here. We got smaller. Hey, we got little guys. There we go. Oh, I'm surprised that Bethesda did wedges. This feels like the type of thing you only get from mods. Oh, I can even get a little rounded wedge. I like it. All right, and then we're gonna do our little baby watchtower here. You need to set SE3 in space. Show Todd how it's done. Yeah, no, I actually was having a conversation earlier today with Sir Rick. We were talking about like how could Starfield have done exploration better, because it's a tough problem with like the scale they chose, like having good exploration when. No, I don't like the holes in the floor. Having good exploration when every planet is like real life size, so that you need like 10 million Commonwealths to fill the space. Like that's not. It's kind of hard to have a handcrafted world when you do that. And that's kind of the secret sauce to the Bethesda games being fun. Whoa! How did that happen? That was terrible. I actually don't think I want to do cement up here. I think I want cement pillar. And then I want it to be just normal stuff up here. We'll do cement ground on the top too. Using the rounded concrete floors, you can make a neat artillery platform. Oh, that's a good idea. Can you get it pretty close to like lined up nicely? All right, now I'm building a little watchtower. That's one of my favorite classes. I love seeing the NPCs like climb up high. But yeah, I don't actually care if I finish anything. Just gonna hang out and chat. And if anybody needs an assist with their game jam entry, that's what I'm here for. And we'll do some building while we're waiting. All right, I need something with like I guess in the base kits only the wood have it. But let me check WRK. See what we got going on here. Because I want something metal, but I want like a little lookout screen or something. Whoa, that's a big old shack. That's not what I'm looking for. Not prefabs. Walls. I think I might have to build one by hand. I don't know if I'm going to find exactly what I'm looking for here. Yeah, I might be able to do something with this. Treat these as kind of like windows. Okay, got submarine. And I think I could work with this maybe. Oh, I won't snap to the center. You son of a. Okay, I guess we'll do this. Let's see if we've got anything that attaches on the outside. Just wood stuff. Okay, can I do? No, no. Stop it. There we go. I was like, I think that we have these set up so they can snap on the front of here. But now I kind of want these. I need like quarter size walls now to do what I want. All right, we can get. Well, this is why we have place everywhere. This is the type of stuff where in the CK it's just so much easier. What is this thing? Oh, that is ugly. I don't like it. Don't like it. All right, let's take you. Actually, we'll take advantage of the snapping. Oops. To get it squared. And then this is where my lack of knowledge on hotkeys for place everywhere are going to come into effect, so I'm just going to do this. Set angle Y90. Ta-da! That's what I wanted. And then we go enable, or no, we want to go disable, enable, and that'll get rid of all the flickering. Bingo. All right, and then we want to go mod POS X10. Nope. -10. Mod POS Y -10 probably. There it is. And then we got to go disable, enable. This type of stuff way easier to do in the CK, but we're trying to show off all the fancy tools we've got now with the in-game building. All right, and then and that came away from there now. All right, well let's get it down to like 50%. I think that'll do. Or maybe we need to be 60. Oh, yeah, 60 will be good. Then we can make it stick against there. All right, so now we need to go mod POS Y. We'll put it forward like 30. 30 more? No, a little bit less. -10. That looks pretty good. Mod POS X -10. Nope, too far. 5. That looks nice. Disable, enable, and actually I'm going to scale it up just a little bit. Set scale 0.65. Let's see if it's still. Nah, of course. Disable, enable. All right, and now you know what I need to do is I need to install Workshop Plus. I don't think I have it active right now because I'm not flying around. Let's do that. All right, we're gonna go save, Watchtower designing, and we'll exit game. Aaron Isbell, is there any way to get rid of the trash piles and settlements and also still haven't figured out what is breaking the quest for clearing Olivia to get the comm hub? To get rid of the trash, you would need to use a mod like you would need to use a mod like, God, what is the name of it? I haven't used it in so long. You'd need like a scrap everything type mod, but those are pretty risky to use. So I don't know about using those, but as far as clearing Olivia to get the comm hub, I would say you're gonna want to post on the forums because that's going to be a tricky one. We're gonna have to like look at your load order to try and figure out what's conflicting because there shouldn't be anything by default. Super Dad, hello. Gav man, with the item highlighted, press numpad 5 stops the flickering. All right, that'll be way easier than me spamming console commands. Appreciate that. All right, let's go re-enable Workshop Plus again. I don't remember why I turned it off. Turn you on, back in game. Sunstorm, are you and the team planning on making any creations for FO4 if when the creation support comes around? No, currently we have no plans on that. We're focusing on Skyrim. The only way I can think that I would change my tune is if doing a creation would get them to add a function that would make some settlements better. Like if we could get them like to add some crazy new function that would let me do something that I can't do with some settlements, then it might be worth it just for that. But currently that's not. We have no intention of that. There's so much to do with Skyrim. Like we have we're having a lot of fun with Bard's College stuff right now. Hello, Ruined. Are you in the building spirit now that you made that thing for the next patch, or are you all burned out and taking a break? Kaz Daddy, Minecraft does, or at least did, a great job of making a giant world that's interesting to explore. Sparsely placed man-made landmarks, interesting biomes varying in rarity. Yeah, I know a lot of people love it. It is not for me though. Like without the stories, like without the character stories, I cannot get myself to care about Minecraft. The only time I've had fun with Minecraft is playing with my kids. Because then it's just like, it's fun to watch their faces light up because they've played so few video games that every new video game I show them is miraculous. So that's the only time I've had real fun playing Minecraft. Like I need somebody to give me purpose in the game. Like I can't, for whatever reason, playing a game where I have to make my own objectives, I'm just like, I get real bored real fast. All right, let's test out that 5 trick. Oh yeah, that's real nice. That's real nice. Okay. Oh, I see. Oh wait, isn't there a trick where you can like save the positioning with like 0 or F11 or something like that? All right, you guys who know this stuff better, there's a way to store the positioning so that way when I pick it up to, oh, I know what I can do. It won't matter because I can just clone And then we'll clone it twice more. Oh, that's some weird angles. And then we let go. There we go. That does it. All right, let's move you over here. And then we're going to fix your angle. Set angle X0. Uh-oh. Get angle Z. Ah, there it is. Z90? No, it probably was -90. Nope, that's not it. Is it 0? Yep, there it is. Oh, that's funny that it wants to snap. All right, so then this guy needs set angle Z0. Where are you going? The places these are snapping is kind of funny, but that's okay. Like once you scale stuff down, it gets real weird with where it snaps. All right, now your angle's all foobar. There we go. I actually don't like these all being identical, but that's okay. Come on, come on. There we go. We can, once I get the position and thing, somebody knows the hotkeys. They're gonna be able to tell me how to save the positioning. I remember we used to do this when I would work on city plans back during Rise of the Commonwealth, because I actually used to help with city plans. And we had these commands for like saving the position data for things. It was very, very nice. All right, let's see here. Get angle. Man, I don't have better console install. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. There it is. So the position data is all right here. Rotation. Okay, Y ended up at 1.57. Oh, that's radians. Set angle. Wait, let's do get angle, because that should tell us an actual. No, it is 90. What is going on here? Why is he just a little bit crooked? Set angle Z0. I don't know why it keeps monkeying with my rotation on the Z. It must be just something weird with using the controller. All right, scoot you in. I guess it's all right. It's adding like some natural jank to it, which I love. Me some janky positioning in the Fallout artwork. All right, let's move you over. All right, and then I think there's is it plus to, no, that's a rotation step. I don't know all, there it is, movement step. That's what I want. Boop, 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 boop. You see, I'm basically just like simulating the CK by doing all these place everywhere hotkeys. All right, I'll move you this way. And then we do, nope, that's rotation step, movement step to 1 again. Here we go. And then this way and up a little bit. There we go. I like that. All right, and then we up our movement step again. Gotta have my precise movements. And then we can jank it up a little bit afterward. There we go. Oh no, nope. That's why we can't. That's why we're not doing all hand movements, because we got we're using scaled down stuff. It's too risky. It's too risky. All right, then we'll offset it a little bit so it doesn't look too perfect. And let's see here. Yeah, you're on a little bit of a crooked angle. There we go. We got the start of something here. Let's pop out workshop, make sure this is the correct height for shooting things with our Vitomatic. Yes, it is. All right, this works nice. Fantastic. Let's see here. Gavman, save the position of an object is top row equal, and then copy that to another, highlight new objects, and press top row 0. Awesome. Thank you. Equal and 0. The warehouse set has waist-high walls, and now so does this crazy green wall set. We got them covered. Oscar Fry, help. I've bitten off more than I can handle. I started coding SS2 Chapter 4 Open Waters with Kevin Costner, but I don't know what I'm doing. Good luck. Good luck with that one. Yeah, that's super handy, Gavman, for quickly setting stuff up. And you must know all those commands, because your builds are like insane geometric monstrosities that require lots of precision movement. All right, let's go to... I guess we want a little bit more solid wall. Over here, let's do some metal maybe. How about you? And we got the little cubby thing. Yeah. Oh no, that's no good. Like that. That's what I want. There we go. Oh, I got a TGM again apparently. Oh wait, I'm in Workshop Plus. We can just turn on free build mode. Hello, Chef. How did your stream go today? Aaron Isbell, yeah, that's why I try to stay away from those, because Scrap Everything does seem to like SS2, at least from my experience. Xbox has an awesome mod called Scrap That Settlement. Yeah, there's a few different cleaning mods, but and I think most people have moved away from the crazy break all pre-combined ones now. So there's a few out there that are a little less aggressive. What was I doing? Workshop Plus, options. Rebuild. Later, cuz. I think you probably said that 10 minutes ago, because I'm always behind on chat. This plot needs nuclear missiles. A change of stream. Let's build in-game missile launching. I don't like that. I don't like that. Get that out of here. I don't like it. All right. What about this here? And what if we get rid of this guy and use some of these instead? And then we bring in another corner, like angle piece here. Although I kind of want like a, I guess I can use one of these. Let's see, put you there. Oops. There we go. I don't love that. Looks like I just gave my tower a butt. That's not working for me. All right. All right, new floor plan. Let's see. Maybe we go to wood floor? No, I like the concrete. I like the concrete there. Back to the concrete. Just don't know if this is my guy. I definitely don't want the one that you can see through. That just seems bad. No, I don't want that. Okay, I guess this is my... That was my option. I was looking to make a little more interesting shape on the outside of the tower here. Alright, what else do we got in here? Maybe I can use this little corner I want to get rid of and turn it into a tiny bathroom. It's a Watchtower / outhouse. This Watchtower feels too short. I also feel like, but I guess this is fine for level 1. This is my little level 1 Watchtower, nice and tiny. We can just keep going higher. Nope, not up there. Try again. Well, not exactly what I had in mind, but just a little bit. Scooch a little bit. And then let's make sure I got the right one. There's a way to lock your selection too, isn't there? So you, like, when you're using these num keys, you don't accidentally do it on something else that ends up underneath your mouse. Or I mean your what do you call that? Your crosshair. My little dot. What is pre-combines? So pre-combines are what make Fallout 4 playable. F7 locks. Thank you, Canuck. So pre-combines, basically they take all the meshes in the base game world. Like this space is a bad example. I can't really show you here, but if like you go and look at like Sanctuary, like a lot of those houses that you can't scrap, those are all combined together into one single thing that the game treats as just like, it's just basically decorative. It's background. You can't interact with it in any way other than you can hit it with bullets. And it it has collision on it, and that's it. So the pre-combines make the game much more stable because the game can render things more quickly and it doesn't need to track as much data about the game world. But it makes it also so then you can't scrap those things because they are all one solid unit together. So it would there's just like large swaths of the world that are like that. A lot of the big structures in the out in the Commonwealth, like, you find a building that you can enter, the whole outside of that building is all pre-combined into one single unit that the game can track. It's great for performance, terrible for modability. Alright, let's see here. What is this crazy piece for? Okay. I see what they're going for there. And then you can kind of stick one of these on it. Now we got this awkward hole here. And again, we've once again given our Watchtower a butt. I'm not a fan of that. What if we give it one square cheek? And that'll make it less uncomfortable for everybody to look at. Or maybe more so. Now explain pre-visibines. I don't know what that is, but the previs. I actually don't fully understand how that works, but I assume it's something along the lines of they've pre-calculated areas where if you're standing in them, there's no way you can see anything past a certain point, and so then it can just now it doesn't have to keep any of that stuff, or it doesn't even have to try and render things in that particular direction. That's my bet, but I don't actually know the technicals behind it. I would just be talking out my butt if I tried to explain previs. A lot of butt talk tonight, apparently. Apparently that's the name of the game. All right, let's see here. I'm not liking what I've got so far. We got to change this up. I got to find something better, something to make me happy about this building. Once we get the building down, then the decorations and stuff will make it pop, but we need a basic structure here. All right, I can live with that. And then I still have a little hole here, which I should probably cover. All right, what's going on with this? Can I scoot that over more to fill in this little gap? I think I can. All right, let's try that. You said F7 locks. All right, let's lock our selection. Object locked. Yeah, there we go. So now I can move around, and my hotkeys are only affecting this guy that I got selected. That's real nice. All right, and then we come this way. Scooch it out a little bit, and then F7 to unlock. There we go. That's real nice. All right, now I gotta figure out what am I gonna do with this hole right here. Oh, this is where the missile sticks out, Choo-Choo. This is where the missile comes out. A hole for a fire barrel. Yeah, that's a good idea. Better than shooting out a missile out of there. That's our chimney place. I guess we should put, like, it's a little too fat for that. What can I put in here? Let's find some... The hole feels a little too big for that, so we need to cover it up with something. What if we have just a roof with like a big hole in it? We can shrink it down. No, not you. I want one with a bigger hole. Can this work, maybe? If I like... No, I like it that way. Let's put it toward the center. Like this. No. Stop snapping. Stop it. All right, then we set this thing down to 50%. Oops. Is this going to be big enough, or I have to go a little bit bigger? I guess we want the barrel in the corner. And actually, you know what? I think I want to swap this. I want one of the slightly taller guys, so that doesn't look slightly... Yeah, there we go. One of these ones, I think. So switch you. All right, get rid of this guy. Scale you down. 70%. Let's try 60. 50 felt a little too tiny. All right, and then I guess we need to turn off all the snapping. Hey, there we go. Now we can manipulate this thing, right? Okay, no, I don't like it there. I guess here we can, although I guess for a watchtower, you don't want actual, I don't want to have thick smoke coming out of there. But we do have smoke makers, right? All right. All right, I still want to do some more to the outside here. I feel like this isn't quite doing it for me. I think maybe this piece needs to go. And switch for one of these ones. No, not that. I went too far. Too far. Too far. There's one that has like a open window to it. Because if it's going to be a watchtower, you kind of want them to be able to see out most of the sides. Yeah, we got these guys. All right, now we want snap back on. Is this going to snap to that or no? Does not look like it. Okay. All right, and now I think those floors don't line up, so we probably got... Oh, no, it worked out. It's just not snapping for whatever reason. Oh, there it goes. Only snaps from the inside, apparently. Okay. Oh, look, and we got a little murder hole up here. We just need to put a bucket for somebody to stand on. A little murder hole. And that can be right next to our fire barrel. You just gotta be careful you don't step into the fire barrel. All right, let's see if we got a good... Is there a light source with a fire?
Oh, yeah!
There is. Oh, yeah! El Chavito with the $20 donation. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. No message to read, so I'll just look out for your chat. But thank you. Appreciate it. Sonophil, what is the snap toggle on place everywhere? It's been long. Can't recall. It is F1 is object snap, and then surface snap is F2. Those are the only ones I always remember. All these other ones I keep forgetting. All right, let's get to a fire barrel here. I am very glad that no one needs me right now. That makes me happy that you guys are figuring it out. I was hopeful that we'd gotten the tool, the walkthrough and everything easy enough that anybody could follow, but you never know. All right, now I know one of the DLC added a light source that's a fire, right? Am I just missing where it's at? Is it under decorations maybe? It's not under power probably. That would make sense that it wouldn't be under power. Miscellaneous is under here. There was a campfire, so we're in the... Yeah, there's what I'm looking for, fire barrel with the cool little lighting with the... What do they call that, a gobo? I don't know what it stands for, but I see that listed in the CK all the time. Yeah, nice warming barrel here. How's our line up with our hole? There we go. That's our smoke hole. And then we're gonna make the smoke a little more advanced with some WRK fanciness. So let's go under special and effects markers, fire. Actually, there's probably one for smoke and steam. Here we go. All right, steam emitter. Reactor smoke is crazy. We don't want that. We just want a little bit of smoke. Flamethrower barrel, rail rifle smoke, Mirelurk queen spit. No. Smoke, dust, burning debris. Let's see what burning debris looks like. And we'll test over here. Actually, let's test right here. Move it. Whoa, that's too much. Too much. Not what I'm looking for. Dirt impact, wood impact, stone impact. How's this one look? Yeah, that's some smog-like dirty smoke. We need something a little less. That's not too bad. But the smoke that's already coming out of there is kind of gray. So let's try and find something like that. Nope, I don't know what that is, but that looks kind of dumb. Let's see, smoke. Let's go back to the beginning. I missed a couple at the beginning. How's the steam emitter? That might be closer to what we're looking for. Yeah, that doesn't look terrible. I don't hate that. I know the reactor is too much. Black smoke is too much. Yeah, we'll use this and we'll try and shrink it down over here. Now, I think that shrinking this doesn't shrink the marker until we replace it, if I remember correctly. I'll shrink that down some more and see if I can get it. I think that's shrinking the smoke, but I might not be at all. I can't remember if we figured this out or not. All right, we want to kind of... Oh, let's do the F7 trick. That'll be nice for right here. And I think it's time to... there we go. It's a little bit too much of a smoke signal, but it looks cool. It actually looks like the place is on fire. Maybe that'll ward enemies away. They'll just be like, oh, don't mess with it. Don't go to that place. Somebody already burned it down. Okay, so now we need to do set game hour to 11. Let's make it nice and sunny. And set time scale to 0.1. Then that way you guys can see what I'm working on. All right, we should probably save again. Okay. All right, there's our little spot there. All right. Let's keep working on the outside here. All right, so I don't like this wall still. I do like the mix of like the silver with the corrugated. That's kind of nice. Let's see. This thing's got, let's say that they're not great at the weight distribution, so they needed to put some janky supports over here. All right, let's go to metal, not prefabs. Supports. There we go. What do we got? What do we got for options here? Oh, there's some big old supports. Oh, but those are like, it's like raidery stuff. That looks, some of that could work. Just to give it that nice, busted up, cheap feel that I love. Because this looks too sturdy. This is too nice for level 1. We need something a little more makeshift. I just go to wood even. Yeah, let's go to wood. We can upgrade to metal at level 2. Oh, we're in metal category. Let's get to wood. Supports. I always liked this. I always like this piece. This is just a nice looking piece. All right, and then we'll have to shrink this back a little bit. It's a little too... Actually, I might have to scale it up, to be honest. Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! Reaper with another $20 donation. Thank you. Reaper says, I just got back into Fallout 4, having not played since release. I just want to say I've been blown away by SS2. Awesome job, man. Thank you. We've got more coming. We're still working on it. We can never quit it. I love it too much. Can never give up. We have a big the big 3.30 patch is right around the corner. Okay, why can I? Is this normal, guys? That those of you who are expert builders, is this piece always just unselectable? Does this have busted collision? Oh, I had something locked. That's why. That's on me. Wait, why is this? What did I do wrong here? Scale step change to... Oh, because I turned off numlock. What is going on here? None of my hotkeys are working. Rotation step. What am I doing wrong here? I thought it was, there it is. 3 is scaled up. Whoa. Not by 150%. Scale step change to 25%. Where is that coming? What is doing that? Scale step change to 10%. There we go. That's what I want. Turn on the unlock again. There we go. Okay, I think I got it figured out. All right, are those into the ground just a smidge? All right, I think we gotta go up one more. Let's see, are we in here nicely? Yeah, that looks pretty good. Into the ground a bit. Okay, I can deal with that. I kind of want to make the whole structure a little bit crooked, like just a little bit lean into that way. If I was in the CK, I would, but in the game, that sounds like nightmare fuel to try and rig up. So maybe after we turn it into, after we import it into the CK, I can do that and give it, just make the whole thing look like it's slanting toward the supports, as if that's why they had to add them. Good level 1 visual storytelling. Make the thing look like she's dying on us. All right, I got to be careful. I'm at risk of making this thing look too good for level 1. So now I think we need to move over to decoration. It needs to be plenty hokey for level 1. Otherwise, there's going to be no room to build, no room to grow here. All right, what are we going to give them? Let's give them. I'll start with some animation markers. That'll help me kind of wrap my head around where I want everything. PC bad collision WRK never. Yeah, my apologies to everyone for WRK making you guys bash your heads against it. I wish we had, if we had unlimited people available, and well, I guess I'm sure Choo Choo would love to have help. If any of you with 3D modeling skills wants to lend a hand to fix collision, we would happily accept that help. What do we got here? Isn't there one? I like there's like a lean forward on the rails, but I don't know if this rail is going to work. No, but this one might over here. This guy might be the, yeah, this guy's the right height for this. These are tricky. I think we got to do surface snap off. Okay, how's that look? I like that. All right, and then we'll do one of the guard markers right here. All right, actually the guard markers making me think I want to raise up these greens just a little bit, even though they're fine for me. You want to be able to see the NPC in there, because half of it, you know, isn't really about fun. Because like functionality wise, you wouldn't really. I guess you can see them there. I'll say you wouldn't really want to have like that's too big a hole probably if you're talking about trying to protect yourself. But a lot of this is, you know, it's just window dressing. You just want it to look nice for players. All right, I think we want to scoot you over a little bit. You can go in the second window. All right, take a look at him. Yeah, that looks good. I like that. Let's get a hand warming animation over our nice fire here. Otherwise, what's the point? We put it in there because we wish for a nuclear winter. Okay, there's the kneel one. I think there's a standing one too, right? There's a standing hand warming animation. Oh, that's the search one. Stand, drink coffee. One of my favorite markers. That reminds me, I feel like I haven't had a cup in a while. Here we go. Stand and warm hands. We'll put you... There we go. All right, now we need to get... I think maybe one down here, and that'll be enough for me. 4 markers will be good. How about we'll have him hammering on his janky creation. Here, we'll have him hammering on the supports, trying to fix them. Did I line up the hammer good there? Yes, I did. There we go. He's trying to salvage his janky structure. All right, now we need something for him to stand on to look out this window. What tools are you using to fix collision? I might have said skills. So I usually use 3ds Max, but from what I understand now, there's a workflow to do it with NifScope. Like there's a new build of NifScope that somebody put out, and I've seen Jonathan Ostras has a tutorial on YouTube for how to generate new collision right in there. It's not like perfect collision, but it's pretty good for being effectively automated. But to do great collision, you've got to get into 3D Studio Max. But specifically, it's got to be, I think only versions 2013 and 2014 can load the collision making plugin. So it's hard to get. So like it's got to be, you've got to be willing to deal with malware, we'll say, to get a hold of a copy of that anymore, because Autodesk will not sell it to you any longer. All right, let's do. I don't know if we're going to find a bucket. I guess maybe we could find a barrel, but that's going to feel odd. It's not going to be clear what we're going with. I kind of want like a little crate, like a milk crate. I think that would make it clear what we're going for with the set decoration of a little thing you can stand on. Does anybody know where I can find such a thing? I think if not in the base game kit, we'll have one somewhere in here. In the WRK kit. That feels like something we will have. Let's see. Let's check for decorations. That feels decorative. Apparel, armor, weapons. No, it's not going to be there. Wall decor, floor decor. This is going to be carpets, right? No carpets for you guys. You guys would set it on fire. Let's see. Workshops, crafting materials. No. Garage, maybe? Tool rack. Tool collections. Car battery. I guess I could do a little step ladder, but I want something way worse than that. This is level 1 we're building. Only the most junky for level 1. Well, a crate would do, but obviously we don't want the one with all the other clutter tied into it. Miscellaneous. What do we got here? We got some barrels. Wooden or metal box container. Oh yeah, under containers that might work. Yeah, the beer case box could work. Deco misc boxes. Gavman's got it. And Gavman's got the whole kit memorized, I bet. Gavman and Carvok. If you ever need to know where something is, ping one of those guys. No, don't really do that. That's mean. Deco misc boxes. It's funny that like wishing a ping on somebody is a mean thing to do. It can get some days my what do you call what's the Discord? My Discord becomes like I just have to turn it off. Like I'll get some mornings and just the number of pings are too damn high. WRK. Oh, it's Deco, the actual kit. So it's or decorations. What you meant? Decorations, miscellaneous. I was in the totally wrong category. Boxes. Let's see. Did I pass them? Is it alphabetical? I'm not seeing boxes under MISC. Let's check if it's just under decorations. There we go. We got a yellow crate, an ammo crate, this wooden crate. I kind of want to do like I kind of want to do the Home Alone thing with like just a mishmash of piled up furniture to get up to the upper floor. Marv, I'm coming up. I think this will work. This will work, and I'll get the point across. Actually, we can probably go even lower. All right, let's see. Let's turn that off. Let's get out of workshop mode. Can we shoot somebody from up here? Not exactly. We actually don't need a little higher because we need to get an angle downward. So we do get to do our Home Alone stack here. So let's get another. All right, these are getting a little too big. need littler boxes here. Okay, what about this guy? Because the Home Alone stack has to look very unsturdy. Like, I think I need to shrink them all down. And it has to be like in the wrong order. Like the bigger things should be above on the top. Alright, let's shrink this down. There we go. Alright, turn off surface snap. That's getting irritating. Alright, how's this look? How's this look? A little bit higher. Alright, okay, now we got good line of sight. There we go. Alright, so if I want to get the bad stack look, then I gotta shrink this guy down a bit. Bring you down. And then we need I think one more on there to really sell the look of how poor a job it is. How about this guy? We'll do yellow crate, and we'll shrink him down. And we're going to make it very precarious here. Kind of like off this way. Almost like we made ourselves some stairs. Stairs for a very, very short guard. Okay, can't quite get on there, but that's okay. That actually duels is like nice decoration. And we can pop up here and get a little view. Okay, I can dig that. Alright, what else are we going to do in here? Actually, let's make sure that's not clipping. It's clipping a little. We need to raise it up. Nope, wrong thing. Alright. And then that means we got to scoot this over so it's like kind of on top of those little brackets or whatever those are called. A little. Alright, that's not bad. That's not bad. Okay. So, still trying to block out the big pieces of furniture right now. What else do we need in here? I feel like this corner wants to be, I don't know, maybe a chair or a weapon rack. El Chavito, I think you previously mentioned modding Skyrim is a bit harder than FO4. If so, why is that? More unstable? There's just a lot of, we were given access to a lot more toys and scripts, especially scripts, and I do a lot of scripting, so like a lot of times when I'm trying to solve a problem of like how to make the game do something, my head goes to scripts, and there's a lot of what I would have considered very core ones in Fallout 4 that aren't available in Skyrim, so like that's one part of it. And then there's just certain things that aren't rigged up, like animation in Skyrim is not rigged up to be edited. So all of the community-made new animation mods are generally built on frameworks, and we can't do that for the Bethesda program because they want everything to work in the vanilla game. So like the only things you're allowed to depend on are the DLCs. And then anything else we want to do, we either have to do it with vanilla or we have to convince someone at Bethesda to add features for us. And, you know, all the stuff that we got used to in Fallout 4, like all of us are requesting that all the time from them. and like we're giving them more requests than they have time to deal with. I was fortunate enough they gave me a couple of things when we worked on East Empire, but so my list is so big. It's so big. I basically went through my code and found every Fallout 4 script that I like using and like made a big list of them and submitted that to them and be like, please backport all of these. And it was like 40 functions. It was way too much. Yagi, with this in-game plot builder, if one were to place one of SS2's virtual resource storage items on a plot, would that work? I don't know. Has anybody tried that? Let's try it. Let's see what happens. Experiment time. Let's take a break from our building. Okay, let's pop a save before we do anything else. Let's save. What was our save name? We'll just save over that. Save. Okay, it's not in the menu anymore, so we'll just do it this way. Save. Watchtower designing. What happens? All right, we're gonna have to go through the whole process, which is fine because I mean we don't have to. I could obviously just go put it in a building plan temporarily. Actually, that's the smarter thing. Let's do that. I already have SS2 loaded over here. Let's just make a quick edit to one of our default building plans. Let's go to, we'll just search for build under weapons. Let's find one of our residentials we can use. Sure, we'll put it in Boat Shack. Do the tools for this create S-skulls? No, so what it does is when we export out of the game, we basically just get raw data that we import into the CK, and then you can pick up the steps from the tutorials from there. So then you can make the static collections, export the NIFs. So it could be made to do that. We definitely could expand the script to do that, but this whole in-game thing, like the tool and then the conversion script, like this all came out of nowhere a couple weeks ago. It was just kind of like we've been talking about doing it for ages, and then the game jam was the catalyst to finally start moving on it, but we really haven't had time to flesh it out. And I don't know when we will have time to flesh it out because I have so many projects on my plate. The biggest one right now is outside of the Bard's College thing I mentioned is the HQ 3.0 patch, which is due out soon. Might even go public beta next week, but it's been a beast. All right, I totally forgot what I was doing there. Got distracted. Let's go to our... No, this is not it. We want to go to the levels. So this is the plan. We need to go to the individual levels of it. So we need to go search for Boat Shack. And we want to grab one of our levels. Here we go, level 1. Let's put a supply locker in there and see what happens. Now, by default, oh yeah, we got to create a stage item. This is not something you generally do manually. I'm just doing it manually because it will net be faster. So we're gonna go misc item. So usually these records I'm about to create, they would get created for you by our automated script that you do in Xedit, but I'm gonna just do one manually if I can find there's usually a template for all these. I guess this one doesn't have one. Or I bet it's named template at the front. Template, stage item, there it is. All right, so we're gonna go SS2 X for experiment, stage item, supply locker. Let's see what happens when we spawn a supply locker. Spawn details, we'll just put it at 000, we don't care. Activator, nope, not action, activator. Supply. Nope, that's not what it's called. What is it called? I'm trying to remember what it's probably going to be called virtual something. Virtual, no. All right, let's try locker. Storage container, supply locker. Here we go. Supplies locker. Let's make sure that that's right. Storage container. Under activators. All right, supplies, locker. I think this is our guy. Yeah, this is it. All right, cool. So we're gonna go ahead and put one of these on. Actually, let's do a bigger one just so that locker block, so that way we notice it for sure in the stats. So locker block, how much does this one give? I think this is 500. 500, yeah. So we should see our total go up by 500 after we build this. If this works. All right, do we need to change anything? No, it can be default. We don't need requirements. We don't care about a spawn name. So we'll just go ahead and hit yes. And then we will just duplicate the food there and add a new supply locker. So we are experimenting to see, can you put supply lockers and like scrap storage and stuff inside of a building plan? I believe you can, but I may have already thought of this and prevented it. Because the problem will be then as soon as you change that building plan or upgrade, you'll suddenly lose a bunch of storage, which is not ideal. So we're going to call this SS2X. Sure. That is our plugin. All right, so we just made a little mod of SS2, and we're going to see what happens now when we build a boat shack or refresh one and see if we get plus 500 virtual storage. I honestly don't know the answer. One of the things that's been interesting about developing SS2 is because the plot code has existed for so long, because it started out as a copy of SS1, And that was obviously the core feature of SS1. The plot code, I so rarely have to look at anymore that I forget how it all works. No, we don't want to go to that save. We want to go to our... this one here. So like we have a channel set up on our dev server called Big Brains, and it's for programmers. And everybody that shows some talent in scripting, I put them in that channel, so that way I have somewhere to ask people who know their stuff for when I get stuck on a programming problem. And a lot of times the people there will ask me about how certain things in the plots work, and I'm like, I don't know, go look in the source. I couldn't tell you. So it's possible that we solved this at some point and prevented it, because I could see not wanting this. But we will find out in a moment here. All right, let's turn off the radio so we don't get demonetized. All right, I guess, is anybody homeless here? I want to see our supply count before I do anything, so I need to wait for the HUD to load. Come on, supplies, load on up. All right, there we go. Okay, so we don't even have supplies showing yet, which means we're not at the stage where that's unlocked yet. So I guess this save is not going to be the best one to show that. So let's go to a different save. Let's see. All right, this save should do HQ fully built. Loading, loading, loading. Yeah, I'm fairly certain these will work. One of the things that, like, we have a lot, like, we're starting to get quite a list of ideas for how to modify this little in-game building tool. Like, it would be nice to have a system to separate layers in game where players could like preemptively be like, this is the stuff I want to be part of the base model, and this is the stuff that I want to be part of the decorations or the stage items. The only reason I didn't immediately have that in is because the layer system I have in Workshop Plus is kind of sketchy, so we would need to do that. Choo-Choo pinged me about putting protections in so you can't accidentally clone the same layer twice while it's still in the process of cloning. I could also thread out the cloning. Right now the cloning is just a simple loop, but we have a threading system in Workshop Framework, so we could make the cloning significantly faster. So there's some improvements we can be made. And then I think from on the script side of things, we should be able to have it generate an scall automatically on import out of all of the statics, but I think that might be undesirable because there's a lot of decorations that are static where you wouldn't want them to be part of the static collection. So I'm torn by which way we go. I guess we could do something like import all the items plain and then also make a... Okay, there we go. Now we're going to start seeing some resources in a second. We could do like a import all of the items by themselves, and then also do a layer that has the statics, all static collection scalled, so that way you've already got that right out of the box. I think we could also do, like, at bare minimum, we could place on each layer, drop in the pivot dummy. I think that would be smart. Just to save, just anything we can do to save steps, because those, you know, a lot of times when you get fed up with something or irritated with something or stop something, it's often because of death by 1,000 cuts. You just get irritated by a whole lot of little things, and that drives you to not want to do something. So like any of that type of stuff that we could shave off those rough edges, I think would help. All right, let's go ahead and we're short some beds, so we should be able to just go ahead and build a plot here. All right, and our storage is 10,700, so we're looking this to go up to 1112, and then we'll know that it worked. Now I'm guessing that if it is going to work, we will need power, but I could be totally off base on that. I don't know if I've ever tested this or not. Choose building plan. Let's get our boat shack. Come on. There we go. This save's going to be running a little slow because it had a bunch of add-on packs installed before. And I do not have them installed now. SCOL is short for static collection, and it's basically, you know how we were talking about precombines? Precombines are effectively static collections. They're just collections of static items, and static item is just something that can't move, that isn't affected by havoc. It just kind of, oh, that wire is going to drive me nuts. I got to scrap it. It's just something that can't be moved. The only thing that it is impacted by is generally bullets, and then it blocks the player, blocks other NPCs, but for the most part, it doesn't have any mobility of its own, so that it's static. What is this? What is going on here? The store. Okay, there we go. All right, come on. Somebody build this, please. There we go. They're getting started. They just didn't build their scaffolding for some reason. Too much going on in this save. Wishlist for in-game building tool, more than just one area to build a plot. So the immediate problem with that is it adds complexity to the import script. So the reason that the cell is set up like that with one building spot is that building spot is set at coordinate 0, 0, 0. So we can import directly to 0, 0, 0 in the CK, and then that is perfectly established for exporting again. Because you have to do multiple steps, right? We import from the game into the CK, and then we export back out of the CK to import into Xedit, and you need everything relative to 0, 0, 0. So as soon as we add more spaces, well, then now all of a sudden the player will have to, or we'd have to do something like, how do you attach which items to which plot, right? So like we can just assume everything that is visible is supposed to be part of the one you're trying to export. But then if you have like two next to each other and you hit export, how does the game know which one to export? And then on the other end, how does the script that processes that export, how does it know to adjust those items, to adjust their coordinates so that the different plot is 0, 0? It's just like its magnitude's more complex. Okay, so this did not appear to spawn our storage locker. So that's interesting. Well, let's check if maybe it's underground or something. Let's check no, we're still at 10,700, but I don't even see the thing there. So I clearly screwed up somewhere. All right, well, let's save this because we can always just use this as a boathouse built. We can use this as just refresh it real quick and see what happens. Oops, triple Q. All right, let's see here. What happened to this? Oh, did I do it in level 2 by mistake? I had level 2 highlighted there. I mean, it's not that it couldn't be done. It's just like like right now we don't have, this isn't a dedicated project. This was just like, oh, hey, we can do this with relatively minimal effort, and we can open up the door for a lot more people to play around in this. I wonder if it's just this, is it a stage issue? Do I need to add the correct stage number here? I don't think so. I think we don't need stage number anymore. No, we don't need the stage number. Is there anything set in any of these other ones? Let's check one of these. Stage item details. It could be that the code is already detecting it and preventing it. So let's test that theory. And we will do to test that theory, we will duplicate one of these. And we will change it to something else. And see if we get this extra item to spawn, because it might be that the code is detecting the supply locker and saying nope. So we'll just go ahead and add something that will stand out. I guess this string of cage lights, because there are no lights at level 1. So this will stand out wherever the heck it happens to be. So if that spawns, we'll know that the supply locker got skipped. And this should be as simple as saving and then hit refresh. If it doesn't spawn, that means that my plugin isn't loading correctly, or the plugin isn't saving the edit to SS2. I think strong. The easier way to do it would be like a save. Well, see the thing, like you could do something like a extra slots to save in, but then it's like, well, that's just a new save file, right? So it's like, why are we reinventing the wheel? You could just load a different save. Because that's the only other thing I can think of would just be like you click on that little activator guy, and he brings up the option to like start new building plan, and then it just hides all those items. But then it's like, well, just make a new save file, and you get the same effect. $60 characters for different builds. I mean, the thought with, other than the fact that you can't do this because you need the workshop stuff, I guess you could. So the the real thought of that, the BT land, is you can just COC there from the main menu. Now the problem with that is workshop mode takes a while to initialize, and I don't actually know if it does correctly when you COC. But you could just take a clean save off of Nexus and use it. Like, you don't have to have a real save to do that place. Like, that place is meant to just be, I think the exception will be for something like what you're probably doing, Strong, or probably what I've asked you to do, and we've talked about doing, and others might want to do the same, is taking a piece of an existing design you have in a settlement and turning it into a building plan. And like, the easiest way I can think to do that would be to use either Workshop Plus's blueprint system or the mod clipboard, and then you could like go to your settlement, copy all that stuff, COC over to the BT land, sell, and then dump it there. And then in that case, again, you could still do the multiple saves thing. Just save one that's like working on building plan X, working on building plan Y. Okay, yeah, so the lights didn't even appear. So I think either my plugin isn't loading, which we can check on that really easily. We can go to, or it's not overriding the building plan for some reason. Where do we go to that? Mods. We should go to our load order screen here. All right, do we have SS2X loaded? So many files. Yeah, I don't think it loaded it. Why do I have so much? There it is, not enabled. Why didn't it enable? Oh, because I put ESP2. That would explain why it didn't load. The downsides of manual mod load orders. Not recommended. Yeah, I'm a hoarder of all those. Yeah, no, that was just total fail, Yogi. I'm a hoarder of files, and all those random plugins you saw are probably all the things that people on the team have turned into me for merge over the last year and a half. Probably the last time I cleaned out the directory. That's what that giant pile of mods was. DTE Survivor, hello. Says, I have no idea what you were doing, but I want to learn. Right now, we're testing out some stuff with SS2. So, before that, we were designing a new building plan, just for fun. Maybe we'll release it. We'll see. If I finish it if I get all the design finished tonight, I will. But otherwise, it'll probably just get lost to history. But I am here tonight, and I should shout this out again. If any of you is participating in the building plan design game jam and you are struggling with something, or you want me to show you how to do something, please let me know. You can even send me files. I could pop them open and take a look. Hey, there we go. There's our locker. There's our light. Let's see if our supplies goes up to 11,200. It did. So there's your answer, Yogi. It does work. You can put the supply storage, you can put them on to building plans. Now the by default, all of the Marshall stuff already supports. Like it adds supplies by default. Like I think I don't remember if it's a flat rate or if it's by level. I think it's a flat rate, but I could be wrong. It might increase with each level. Most of the Marshall plots, any of the ones that don't add defense, add the actually maybe even the ones that add defense to it. I honestly don't remember. But, all right, back to our Watchtower. Let's see. I've seen your work, although I haven't tried some stuff myself. I want to begin with Creation Kit, and the whole thing's overwhelming. Yeah, Creation Kit is super overwhelming, especially because it's just a whole bunch of text boxes. Most of the times when you open a game editor, you're like dropped into a world space. So then you start feeling like, oh, I'm just dropping items and building a world, and then instead, Bethesda's just like, no, you get spreadsheets and text boxes. Good luck. All right, now we're gonna figure out what else we're gonna do with this place. So what just pushed me? That was weird. All right, we need not a bed. We need some seating in here. I really like the airplane seats. So probably my favorite Fallout 4 seating mechanism. Diner booth could also be cool. Diner booth feels like it would fit nicely in this corner over here. A little small though. A little snug. And then this one is too big. I kind of want like the one, and then I want the table from it too. I want to like stick and I bet we have the diner table in here. So let's assume that that's the case. Is that tucked in there? No, that can go in further. Get in the corner. All right, actually, I wouldn't even be shocked if that table is just like a vanilla thing. We probably don't even have to go to the toolkit for that, but let's check. Oh, maybe not. All right, heading over to the WRK. Not structures. We want, I guess it would be furniture. Tables. I'm going to be absolutely shocked if we don't have this. Market table. No, no, we're not building a market here. How do we not have this? This has got to be in the kit somewhere. How do we fail so hard? Again, unless Bethesda already has it, which would make a lot of sense, and maybe I just don't know where it is. Is it listed under something else? Where are you hiding, you bastard? Yeah, I'm shocked that that's not in there, because I know it's it's a separate piece. It's not like in the, sometimes you'll find we don't have stuff in the kit, or Bethesda didn't give it to us because it's not available as a separate thing, but I'm positive that that is. So for now, yeah, it's in the vanilla chairs. I'm after I don't want the booth. I want just the table part. Like I don't want. And actually, this is probably did I use a static, or can I sit on this? No, it's a bench. I want a one-sided one. Like I want just the table from the aircraft bench seat. So like I want just one of these plus the table. Like this two thing is too big. It's just not going to work for me. So I'm looking for just the table, which I know exists as a separate asset in the creation kit. Yeah, I don't know that it's in here. I'm not seeing it anywhere. It's nowhere obvious anywhere. And I know we've done a lot of reorganization in here, so it would be should be somewhere sensible if it's in here. Oh well. Alright, we'll go use another table. I'm already bored of looking for it. Wait, this is not tables. This is basketball hoops and campfires. Furniture. Tables. Not that one. I kind of like the little round metal one. Or this one could work too. Yeah, this thing feels right. And then I actually will stick it against the wall, because whoever's garden in here needs to have a clear path to get out of here. And I feel like anybody who's on guard duty deserves to have booze and smokes, so we gotta hook them up. But we don't do that yet. I still want to get the big pieces in, get the place blocked out, and then we'll figure out, and then we can start decorating things. I still feel like this structure is too uniform on the front here. So I think I want to get rid of one of these panels, but I want to try that thing you said. So I hit equals to store the parameters, scrap you, and then let's make a new metal wall. All right, let's find that green one, because wherever that green was, yeah, it's like one of this style. So let's do one of these maybe, and let's see what happens if I just apply that to it. Hey, look at that. That's slick. All right, so maybe we'll leave the two on the bottom as green panels. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like this, I want to put something else in front of one of these, like there were too many holes in it, so we had to patch it with something. This kind of feels right. This kind of feels good too. Something like this. No, I don't like the rounded. Ooh, this one I like. This one I like. Let's take you. We'll copy your stuff. Paste you. Oh no! Did it to the wrong one. I did it to the wrong one. Look at this. Oh no! Alright, you get out of here. Let's try you again. You. There we go. Oh no! Alright, well, we can get him back to... Oh, we need to do... How do we reduce the scale of this? It was numlock. Nope, that's not the one I want. This one? No! No! Alright, we're just going to go with set scale 1. Alright, now we need to pick up... Where's our little table? We need to pick this up to disconnect it. Oh, we got reconnected again. Alright, I got to actually place it down. Nope, come on. There you go. I guess I gotta get our booth out of there. Oh god, what did we do to this thing? We ruined it. Oh, it's on like some crazy angle now. Guess I should have set up undo redo. Okay, let's go set angle X 0, set angle Y 0. We'll just reset it. Set angle Z 0. Alright, let's grab you. There we go. Salvaged. Those copy parameter keys are risky. And off snap. If we didn't have place everywhere with the, especially with the surface snap thing, I think building in game would be, like, especially like in lieu of creation kit, would just be impossible. It's so much. I mean, for me, it's easier in the creation kit now, but had we, without a tool like this, I can't even imagine it'd be worth building much in the game. Like, once you have the creation kit as an option. This at least makes it palatable to try and do some minutia with your decorative work. Okay, and yeah, I thought that was the case. I was like, I bet that's sticking out the wall a little bit. All right, let's go get you, get angle Z, set angle Z 180, make it squared, hit number 5, take a peek, there we go. Backspace can work for some functions of place everywhere as a undo. Form ID for the dinner table is 7 bed B. Okay. Needs more random street signs slapped on the front. Yeah, it definitely needs, like, this is too neat. This feels better now, not having the 4 same green panels. Now it looks like we had like one piece of material that happened to have it and we punched out the middle, and then this is just totally handmade. So that I'm liking. But I do want, like, yeah, some decorative stuff to cover it up, make it less uniform. But that's decorative phase. Let's see here. All right, so we've got that little corner covered. All right, I think this corner needs some stuff now. This one I'm okay with leaving mostly open and just doing decorations so that we can walk over here. Our blue men can do their work. We can actually put another blue man. Actually, do we have the... Nope, not there. WRK. Special. Idle animations. Do we have some of our custom ones added to here? Like, do we have our binocular one? Huh, we have some of our custom ones. Like smoking is ours, stirring pot is ours, tossing pan is ours. But we don't have our binocular one, huh? That's too bad. Oh, Gav was saying yes, we do have it. Did I miss it? Where are you hiding? Choose you can add it to list WRK. Oh yeah. But yeah, we had a handful of custom made ones that some of them would look good in here. But the problem is we don't have custom blue men, and we are out of space to add those. They're also not particularly easy to make either, turns out. All right, well, until we get that, we'll just have to use another stand guard over here. There we go. Okay. So I'm happy with that one being open, but I want something in this corner. I'm thinking like some sort of simple weapon rack, and I believe decorations armory, we can probably find something. Not apparel, not weapons. No, not a bear trap. I guess I don't really want traps. Oh, but see, like this feels like that could be a good piece to hold up some rifles. We'll drop that. We can change it out later. Let's see what else we got in here. What is this? Whoa, whoa. Some deadly stuff in here. Oh, we got the monkey. Weak plank. All right, ammunition, energy weapons, melee weapons, miscellaneous, weapon parts, target practice. Oh, I kind of like the target practice dummy. Let's stick this. I'm sure this is overused to hell, but while we're here and we've got it, we'll go ahead and stick one down here. Oh, I can put surface net power. Make this a little easier on myself. There we go. What else is in this kit? We got a nice head for him. There you go. Oh, and a duck too? Oh, these are cool. Where did we get these? These are great. Do those exist in the base game? I've never seen those before. Oh, whoa. That's a surprise to turn around. Oh, they have targets on the other side. Even better. Ta-da! Or are those from Nuka World probably? You just reuse the existing Blue Men Choo Choo, so we do have some of those coming? Okay, cool. Oh, those are from Nuka World. Cool. Andrej, or let's say, how do we say that? Andred J08? Hey, King Gath, I got an issue in building. In workshop, certain things I can't build, even though I have the materials and the space for them. I was wondering if you encountered this too. So there is a base game bug where if you have exactly enough resources, sometimes you can't build stuff. So like, for example, if you have 20 steel exactly and your thing costs 20 steel, sometimes you won't be able to build it. That I've run into. If you're talking about plots, often it's because you're at the build limit, so you might have to up your build limit because they actually do respect it by default. Oh, don't want that. Let's see here. Workshop. Garage might have something what we're looking for. Don't need tools. You could do a sawhorse, I guess. All right, so we got a couple of things. Oop, a couple of makeshift weapon rack-like things here. All right, where did that thing go? All right, I'm gonna leave surface snap off. There we go. All right, I want this. Can we get it so that 2 of these sides are available for putting stuff on? Yeah, something like that. I don't want to waste this corner space though. No, I don't like that. You're going away. You're going away. I like this piece. I think that's fun. That's a nice looking piece. I guess it doesn't have to be more busy than that. I lean a couple of guns against that. That's plenty busy. We don't have to go too crazy. I actually really, that's one of the things I actually appreciate about Bethesda's clutter design. It's not too crazy. There's room to breathe in all of their spaces. Okay. We're gonna call that good enough. We're gonna start decorating in here. Let's get some. Now we're going to get into the stuff where I have no idea where it is. So we're going to spend more time searching than building. It's Andre DJ08. There we go. The new animations should be in the live build. You just have to read the names instead of going by the blue men. They were in the last 2 updates. Oh, okay. So the ones I'm looking for might be there. I don't actually know what it's called though. Like if it might be used binoculars or, well, let's just go through a little slower and see if we can find them. Yeah, I'm definitely not seeing I'm not seeing the binocular one in here. Did it get put under a different category? No. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Oh, and I just realized we're not hitting the theme. We got no technology in here, or no semblance of technology. Oh, you know what I want to try real quick? While we're actually, I'm gonna save before I do this. I saw something fun in the kit. Save. Watchtower designing. Miscellaneous. All right. So the question is, do we have the centerpiece for this? We have the Tesla bolt marker. Do we have the actual the Tesla emitter in here? I'm guessing we don't, because we wanted that to be... That's a thing that's unique to one of our city plans. Yeah, I don't think we have it in here. Too bad. I was going to show you guys something cool. I won't. Alright, what is our technology going to be in this guy? Let's see. We'll go to power. Sure. What do we got under power? Wasteland generators. No, we don't want an actual generator, but something generator-like could be fine. Oh, this thing's got sound baked into it. That's interesting. Oh, here we go. Here we go. We're going to let the smoke from our fire turn this thing. I don't know why. We'll figure that out at level 2. It does not have appropriate physics to work in build mode. Success! Okay, so we actually have to do here with this. It actually can be used, but it's a pain in the butt. Now we got it. Alright, so what we got to do here is we need to place it and grab it really quick. Ah! No! No! Come back here. Okay, that's fine. Come back here. Alright, we need to scrap one of them, if I can grab it. Oh, does it not have... Yeah, it definitely has collision, because we were just picking it up. And we scrapped it. Alright, where is your collision? Oh, I had it for a second there. No, I don't. There we go. Okay, let's grab this guy. Alright, I'm going to have to grab him like this if I can. Where is he? Where is he? Come on. It's kind of working. It fell into the fire barrel. Almost looks intentional, except that it's clipping through our roof here. All right. Oh, come on. You gotta be able to grab this thing. So it's like its collision is going to be in some weird place. But yeah, this is the type of stuff. We have a few things in the kit that are just like, as soon as you place them, they're just like a time bomb in your build. You got to be careful. But what we can do is Workshop Framework actually respects the what do you call it? The place everywhere's ability to set things as static. So I think if we do that, we can get away with this. All right, who just subscribed? Charmin O'Donnell, thank you for the subscribe. All right, let's figure out, how do we get this? I need to just fetch its ID. So let me try this. We're going to go here. We're going to switch to level 2. That'll hide everything. And then we do, click on this guy. And I think I have a script in here. I can dump out the show main menu button. It's in here. We have a trace thing I can do. Dump layer items. So we'll go call function, dump layer items 1. No, it only has 0 items. We need layer 0. There we go. Dumping 42 items. Those will go to a log file, which is over here. There we go. Well, that's fine. So it's probably this guy. Probably the last one. Let's find out. Prid. There she is. All right, so how do I disable Havoc? All right, we're going to go enable so we can see you. And we'll see if I can highlight it now that all the other stuff's out of the way. Oh, I had it for just a second. There it is. All right, what is the hotkey in place everywhere to make something static? Do you anybody remember? Well, we can definitely, for starters, we can go F7 to lock it down, back up, and then just start. Oh, can't lift it because as soon as you mess with it, physics hits in. Yeah, I need to convert it to static first. I don't remember the hotkey for though. End. Okay, thank you. End object physics off. There we go, and now it's working. So now we do. What do we do? Movement step up. We're going to put it way up high so that we can unhide our items. So, in theory, Workshop Framework should tell or should export the setting that it has static physics as well. And then when this gets placed, so some of these kind of items, like we use this in a building plan already and it works fine. So you can definitely use this in a building plan. It's just placing it in game is weird. All right, let's put this back down to 1. Let's try unhiding our items again. So we'll go back to, now there's a chance I just connected this thing to layer 0. Let's check that real quick. Let's go dump layer 1. Oops, wrong thing. We'll click EU. Nope, still got 0. Okay, cool. So in theory, if we switch this back to layer 1, this thing should still be visible. All right, and now we know roughly where the connection point is there, and then we can nudge you up. There we go. You only have to have a master's degree to pull off that. It's cool. No problem. Yeah, this is where we there's some jank. There's some jank in this kit in the WRK, so just beware. Not everything builds nicely in game. Okay. But that's a fun decoration. There's a start of our technology. Although now we're getting into territory where this just looks too cool for a level 1 building plan. So that means I got my work cut out for me in the higher levels. All right, let's go into some weaponry here. Decorations, armory, weapons. All right, well, we'll at least do some ballistic. Let's see if we got some rifles, some real basic ones. Well, why is it going so far away? Oh, these are bullets, individual bullets. No, we need full guns here. Hello, look at that. Like, pick me. There we go. That's what I want. Just like a hunting rifle. Some pipe pistols or some pipe rifles would be nice. All right, and now here's where we get into... I don't remember how to rotate things. How do I change the axis to rotate? I know there's a way to do that. I just don't remember what it is. Changed axis. There we go. Or axis. Nope, not that one. Nope. Nope. Okay, apparently none of them changed the axis correctly. How would you guys go about twisting this rifle? So I want it standing up. How do I do that? I usually would just go to console commands, but if there's a way to do it, because like this I can do of just set angle, you know, 110. Oops, forgot the angle. space. Nope, that's not the axis I want. We'll go Y. Set angle X to 0. And then we need to invert that. So I guess I can just do negative 110. There we go. Choose axis and then use the numpad. Okay. Oh, look at that. Now my control's working. All right, and now I need to lower myself here. See, this is where I start to get infuriated that I'm not just in the CK. Because this would take me like 30 seconds in the CK. But that's also, I mean, that's kind of one of the nice things about the way the new tool set works. You don't have to do everything in here. Like once you get your core building done, you could use the CK to do your more meticulous stuff. And then we need to down step. All right, there we go. Unlock view. Oops. What else we got here? Some sort of shotgun. Can we bring this closer? There we go. How about up a little bit? Man, is it janky building with an Xbox controller? All right, we got some handmade rifles. Still it feels too powerful for level 1. I want the worst of the worst here. I mean, hunting rifle's not bad, but only when it's upgraded. Yeah, this stuff's all too powerful. We need worse weapons. Do I have to go to pipe pistols? Where's the what do they call the submachine gun in this game? Because that thing's terrible. There it is. This thing. Nobody likes this thing. Oops. Does it not have a name? Yeah, I think this thing doesn't have a name. And so it can't be selected. Oh, it doesn't have collision. Okay. So we're gonna go with the old. See if we got you selected. Yep. All right, and then we're gonna go set linked ref none workshop item keyword. We'll see if I can do that or not. No. Okay. So then what we do is we just link it to ourselves, and that is effectively the same thing. To get rid of it. Boop. Now it's gone. And we'll do delete. No, delete's not a thing. CF delete. There we go. Now it should go away. Optional scale, rotate, and move gizmo would be nice to have. Yeah, for sure. But like I said, I think the decoration just makes more sense for me, especially because I'm pretty handy in the CK. Makes more sense for me to do that in there than waste a lot of time with this. But we'll see if we can put a couple more things down before I give up on in-game decorating. I actually kind of like the in-game building for the snap points is nice. Although in the CK you have the grid. So I still have yet to I'm yet to find anything about this where I would prefer it over the CK. The only thing I guess would be it feels more relaxed. Like it feels like I'm playing a game as opposed to when I'm in the CK I feel like I'm working, so I feel like I have to be optimal with my time. So I think that could be a plus to the in-game building tools for me personally. It might get me to slow down and just kind of enjoy the process as opposed to being like, all right, I'm going to give myself 1 hour to get this whole level done. Just what I used to do when I was solo. All right, now I got to find... All right, guys, can anyone tell me where I can find cigarettes? I would like to have a pack of cigarettes, ashtray at minimum, and then I'll probably do put a single cigarette in the ashtray in the CK. I know it's cliche, but I love that. I love the look of that. Oh, it is called submachine gun in Fallout 4. So it looks like a Tommy gun. Which that feels like that. I mean, is Tommy gun like a trademark thing or something? They couldn't call it that because Tommy gun feels more Fallout anyway. That feels like something they probably said a lot in the 50s. WRK decorations, home decor, personal. Look at this. You guys are on top of it. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to place the single lit cigarette in here. That I'll do in the CK. That will drive me batty. But I think I can do the put down the basics here. So we can do. I'm really now like just doing this as a demonstration of how deep this kit goes. So anybody who doesn't have it will go grab it. There's a little advertising. Not that it matters. I don't really care if you guys use my stuff or not. But wow, that's not entirely true. I want everyone to use sim settlements. I think that is why we have dumped years into it. We want to make it something you gotta have. All right, let's find. I don't know what it's called. It's clearly not, because if it was alphabetical, we would have got to it with. Oh, here we go. Ashtray clean. So that's weird. I guess it's not alphabetical, is it? You can order stuff oddly. Okay, we want ashtray full for sure. All right, let's try surface snap. Hey, there we go. That's weird. There's just a handful of things out of order at the end. I don't know why that is. It might have been that we added them later and the rest of this stuff had been a little more sorted, something like that. All right, and then so there was our ashtray. Place everywhere has grid snapping though. Yeah, I still can't. You know, like since I know the CK, I can't see why I would just not just do it in there most of the time. Because once you learn that, it's hard to beat, like with the power you have, like the search tool, you know, the ability to search up items by name and the precise positioning by number very quickly. It's all just on the form list, not sorted. Okay, so it probably just shows up in the order that it's in the form list then. All right, I think that's that. I'll call that good enough. Let us normally, you know, we could go and build the other levels, but you know, I've only got another hour left, so let's get this into the CK. We'll tinker some more. So let's save our current build here, and oh, that's not what I wanted. I want manage. No. Scrap solid wood. No. Export layout. That's what we want. All right, let's let this thing export. Mr. Sandman, what are you up to tonight? Are you still working away at testing? Are you in testing mode still for London? You guys have got to be going crazy over there. That date is so close. You're almost down to sub 30 days. Let's see here. Settlement. Here we go, and we will name this Stream Watchtower L1. All right, let us exit here. Sure, you can reload that. All right, and now we're going to close this because I don't want to keep that edit to SS2 in. In fact, oh, you know what we'll do? We'll just delete that, and then I don't have to worry about it anymore, even though it's, where's my plugins file? Let's just get that out of there. Boop. Okay, so we will delete you. All right, I'm going to try something that I was trying to do on my last stream when we were showing off stuff about how to do this whole process. Oh wait, I just immediately screwed up. All right, we want to leave our full loaded load order. So whatever random stuff we got's fine. So I think we talked about this the last time I was streaming this stuff. Is a nice feature. Another nice feature of that script would be to have it be able to create a new plugin and a new blank cell. That would be a handy feature. But I want to see if I can just quickly find the what do you call it? The marker cell. I don't know how hard that is to find because these cells aren't in any particular order. And here's something I'm going to admit I am not good at. I find the filter system in Xedit to be excruciating to use. I find this screen gives me nightmares. It's like it never seems to work quite the way I expect it to. So I think I'm doing this right, but I feel like I'm not necessarily going to get back the records that I want. Let's see. Oh, that stuff you were telling me about. You found a simpler way to do it, so it's no longer just guessing at those text files, because that sounded miserable. Here we go. That's what I wanted. All right, so we're going to try and copy. Is there not a new? So there's no copy as new record. That's interesting for cells in Xedit. It's so weird. It's so bizarre sometimes. Some of the stuff you can do with the CK that you can't do in Xedit. And I don't see anything about cloning a cell here. Okay, so yeah, we have to go. So we have to go in the CK, make our cell, and plug in, and then we can come back and import. All right, so all we need really is Fallout 4, and then we'll let the import script add whatever other masters we need. I just hope Bethesda doesn't mess up if a London release with a crippling update. Oh yeah, that would suck, right? If they like surprise drop the next gen update on us around the time the TV show drops, because you can tell Bethesda's leaning into the show coming out. Like there's so much marketing going on around Fallout right now. You got the Magic sets that came out. You've got the Nuclear collection that has all the games in it. They just released the what is it? Atlantic City update to 76, which makes sense. It's way cheaper on your marketing budget if all this stuff happens near each other, because then it's just in the collective conscious of nerds. So I could see them doing the next gen update as a surprise drop sometime in the next couple months. That would totally make sense. I am sure the folks at Fallout London are praying that that is not the case, because they're going to have enough on their hands after release with bug fixing and patching and I doubt they'll be doing direct patching, but I'm sure people will be hammering them with requests for information about how to patch things, and it's going to be a very busy time. So then having to deal with the next gen update not be fun. I would be kind of bummed about it too. I have a very this year is going to be one of the busiest years of my life, so I'm hoping that if the next gen drops, all it does is fix some bugs and update some textures, and that's it. If we end up with another, if it breaks script extender for a few weeks, so be it. That I can live with. But if it's like what they did to Skyrim Special Edition, where it basically breaks all mods until they get some updates, that is going to be a super bummer. Okay, so let's go to, we'll name this stream, what were we calling the things before? We were calling them ST, I think. STW. Sure, stream Watchtower. So there is our cell. Let's delete all the crud out of here. Boop. And then we'll rename this SS2 add-on stream Watchtower. That will not be the release name if I finish this ever, but maybe it will. Maybe that will be what we name it. That's fine. As good a name as any. Oh, and I just screwed up. Hold on. Boop. Because I just double clicked it, so that's going to load just that plugin. We need it to load our entire load order in case there was anything we were using. So we need to just check this in and hit OK. Oh yeah, Nick, that Starfield patch was crazy. How many fixes there were? I think it said the tweet they put out said 400 fixes. That's nuts. Which, with how many people they have working there, that makes a lot more sense than the previous patches they were doing. And I think also, like, their company is so much bigger. Well, I think it's much bigger. Somebody corrected me on this. We were talking about Larian being like a small studio, and it's like, yeah, it used to be small. It's but not anymore. But like their patches for Baldur's Gate 3 were just having insane numbers of patches. And then Starfield would come out with a patch and it would have like 4 fixes. And I was like, what are you guys even doing over there? And so now they're showing what they can do with that latest patch. All right, so now we want to use our WSFW export to cell. Oh, I got to run it on the cell. I'm already forgetting how to do this. So we're going to go to our cell. And actually, I'm going to clean out. I don't know why this does this. When you clone a cell, it dirties the record in your own cell. So I'm going to delete out this guy. Go away. We can also delete out the nav mesh pull, but we're going to end up adding stuff to the nav mesh, so that's fine. Oh, that's why it's got the nav mesh in it. Okay, that's fine. We'll apply this script to our cell. We want the WSFW one. Okay. Navigate to our script. Stream Watchtower L1. And we will call this SDW Watchtower import L1. There we go. Save this. And get into the CK. I am super curious what Bethesda is planning for alternate means of travel in Starfield. I think that is that and the what they're going to do for the DLC. Like, there's a lot of obvious things they can do, like House of Arun. I think that was probably one of the most intriguing things they left in there that we know nothing about. I hope they patch in mechs. I think it's a sin that the bad guys don't use mechs. Like, why is that? And that's not a thing. That's crazy. Maybe that'll be our faster mode of travel. I would be very happy with that. I still have not played Baldur's Gate 3, no. No time for a game of that scope right now. I also have it on my playlist is to go back and play Cyberpunk again so that I can experience the perk overhaul and play through the new content, the new zone they added, because I loved Cyberpunk. That was so good. But I never needed to play it again because the narrative was so intense that I just got sucked into that and played straight through. I got into side quest mode a little, but not much. So have you called it on modding Starfield? No, not necessarily. I just have other things on my plate right now, so just haven't had time to really get into that. But a lot of the, it's every time my head starts to wander toward, we could do this in Starfield. Like, I have a few ideas about stuff I could do in Starfield, but I always am like nervous about modding a game that's still in active development. for a couple of reasons. One is you don't want to just start developing on an idea and then the company makes a version of it, right? Like, imagine I start modding in settlements like with NPCs and, basically like emulate a system similar to the base Fallout 4 has with like, you got to deal with settler needs. And obviously I would do it, more like Sim Settlements, and have everything be super moddable and whatever. But if I started doing something like that and then Bethesda announces a new like mini DLC that adds settlements or adds like the ability to recruit people and have to give them needs, and like they have like a full built-in UI and everything, and then mine's this like pop-up messages and like super janky, like it would just be a lot of wasted effort. So my head goes to, I kind of want to wait until a game is like fully released. Like that was nice with Fallout 4 is they announced they were done with their DLC, and I was like, great, I'm ready to go, and then hopped into it. Like I think when I started playing around with the creation kit, I think all the DLC except for Nuka World were released already. Okay, let's get back to what we're doing. So, oh yeah, that's right. It starts with A. There we go. Let's hop in our cell here. Let's make this bigger so you guys can see. Okay. Hey, look, and even our crazy thing up here kept its position. It didn't go all... I was worried it was going to go all wonky. All right, so we're going to do a couple things here. First, we're going to separate out our actual items we want to be part of our structure. So we're going to do a new layer here. Watchtower, and we're going to do this as base L1. Actually, we'll do it the other way. We'll go L1 base, and I'll make that active, and we're just going to, and we're going to hide it, and then we'll just start adding things to it, and then they will disappear from this layer. Yes, I'm fine with doing that. Okay, I'll put you guys there, and you guys. And the reason I'm doing this is because if we were to just make the static collection like I showed you guys how to do on the last stream, some of these things like these are static, so they would get baked into the thing, and I would prefer those to be separate from the base mesh, because that way people with low-end systems, they can have those items not spawn. Okay, there we go. So we've got those, and then we're going to swap out all of these WPM markers for the non-WPM markers. But first, I'm going to move all of this stuff to, or I'll just rename this layer, I guess, because all that's left on here is stage items. So we can make this edit layer, STW Watchtower, L1 decorations. Okay. No, yes, rename. There we go. Oops. Did not rename it. There it goes. Just took a minute. All right, so let's go ahead and start swapping these guys over. All right, and then I'm going to use this to find the other ones. So this is, we want guard under furniture. And I will just use the KG Sim ones because they at least make the NPCs own these. If we have one. Do we have one that makes the person own it? Let's see. How about this one? No. Okay. How about this one? Force ownership. That's what we're looking for. Okay, that'll work. So we will change you to KG Sim Workshop. Oh, I've got to switch this over to not same base object. This is another type of thing. Like we could set up a script to do this, right? To find any of these WPM objects and automatically swap them with the item that the WPM spawns. Because if we look at these, like I'll show you one of these as soon as the CK catches up here. There we go. So if we go to scripts on this, we're not going to edit it. We can just show you guys what I mean. If we open up this thing and look, there will be a, well, I guess it's better to do on the base so we can see it clear. So if we go to these script properties, we have this universal controller object, and you can see that it's actually spawning this thing. So this is actually all we need to grab. Now the reason I'm not going to use that is because that version doesn't have forced ownership, which means that random visitors and stuff would come use these animation markers, and I just want our owner to do. So we're going to use specifically these KGSim ones. KGSim workshop guard marker. There we go. All right, did it swap it? No, it still hasn't swapped it. Why are you not swapping it? Oh, because I'm on the wrong one. Here we go. Swap you guys. Selection only. There we go. Swapped them both. And then we will hide these so we know that they're done. All right, and then you. Yeah, some of this stuff is a little tedious just because of the speed of the CK. Like I could do this kind of stuff all day, but waiting for these windows to load and everything could drive you nuts. So you don't have to do this. You are totally welcome to leave the WPM items in your building plan. I'm just trying to keep up good habits. All right, warm hands. Is that it? No, warm. Is it warming? Here it is. Warming hands standing. Work object. That should be the one I want. Mr. Samuel Larian was super smart with their multi-locations. When one team finishes their day, the next team on the other side of the world would continue where the previous left off, so dev time is 24 hours a day. That's an interesting idea. So they could do so that would it probably help them with version control issues to do that. Like sometimes we do that with our stuff when it's because like only one person, like I'm the only person who merges. So if we have stuff to do across cells and it's like somebody in the UK needs to work on it and somebody here needs to work on it and I'm sleeping or on my vacation, then they just have to like pass the file back and forth. Yeah, that works. Mountain Blade Bannerlord, every patch breaks almost all mods. A ton of mod authors quit. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, like I've made it, even just knowing like the problem with add-on packs of like, you know, I feel bad for people having to do this. So like I try and make sure everything is backward compatible. We had a couple of things in SS1 where I needed to change something significant and it was going to require people to update it. Unfortunately, the add-on pack community was still plenty active back when I did that, but then since then I've basically never made a change that would break their stuff because that's a bummer. Because it's like then not only is it a bummer for players to lose all that stuff, but it's a bummer for the mod author, not even because their stuff quit working, but because they're going to just get harassed by all their player base all the time to come and fix it. All right, we need hand rail lean. Nope, that's not it. Here we go. Handrail. Which one is it? Handrail lean D. Did we even make that? Handrail D. Okay, I just named it weird. KGSim NPC handrail D work object. There we go. And then the last one, because the chair wasn't a blue man, so it should be fine. Wait, not warm hands. I want hammer. It's hammer time. We need hammer vertical. Does this one work? Oh, I actually have these for SS2. So if you guys are wondering why a lot of this stuff, well, this one does have force ownership. Okay, so we can use it. A lot of this stuff has still KGSim in the name because I was using that as my point of reference of like stuff I had touched. So the stuff that I manually made sure worked in SS2 and made changes to scripts as necessary and all that, and fixed all the keywords. Like I renamed them. I would change the editor ID so that way I was always certain which stuff was good to go. Okay, so now, wait a second. Some of these look like they're still blue. They're still the wrong thing. What's going on here? I don't know why some of these are rendering as a different blue. It's weirding me out. All right, we'll have to accept it. Okay, so let's make sure all this stuff. All right, so I'm going to save now because what I'm going to do next is create a static collection for decorations. This is a thing we do to save a lot of space that I have not gone over with you guys yet. Static pivot. And let's make decorations, drop you in, and then we'll do the same for base. Yes, that's fine. Okay, we can hide you. All right, so we're gonna grab all this stuff, but we don't want that thing. And I gotta see what else we're selecting. Where's our, let's check selected only. And we don't have to worry about any of the things that are like furniture icons. They'll automatically get pulled out, but I gotta look at this stuff and see which stuff I know originated as a thing. So the only one that's standing out to me is that might be problematic is the yellow crate, because that is a container by default, and the containers have like little subtle animations. So this might crash me, but we're gonna save, and then we're gonna try our luck. So we're gonna go make static collection, create without these references, and what did we say our STW is gonna be our thing? All right, so we'll go STW Watchtower level 1, or we'll do decoration Escall L1. That feels good. All right, let's see if we crash. Nope, we're good. Okay, now it still could crash in the game. That's still a possibility. We'll find out when we get in there. Okay, so we will hide you now. And I think all the rest of the stuff is fine as is, loose. None of this is going to be a problem really. Don't have too many items, so now we can head over to our base. And we can static collection this. This should be no problem at all. So let's select all these items. Activate this layer. Make static collection. And let's get our thing up here. Oh. And we'll go Watchtower. Base. Escall L1. Okay, there we go. And then this one we actually need to export. The other one we're not gonna turn into a static. We want to leave this as a static collection because we're not gonna nav mesh it, and we're not even gonna link it to the workbench. All right, so recreate from data. Go into our meshes folder here. Here's our guy. And sure, we'll call this stream. We can put this in stream plans. That's fine. Watchtower 01. L1 final. All right, and then there's a step in here that I never showed you guys, but because it didn't matter when we were doing the nav mesh thing where we added the cube into this. But if you don't add the cube, you should still load up your NIFs in NIFscope and just save them, and that will do sanitize, and that will clean up some stuff that can crash the game. So it usually doesn't, but there's a chance that you have like some weird node names that can crash the game. So it's a good idea to just at least load it up and save, if you're not going to do the thing I'm about to do here, which is going to be to add in our little helper nav cut so that we can correctly nav mesh this thing, which we definitely want to do when we've got stairs involved. Like you can kind of get away with it without stairs, but with stairs you pretty much have to use this nav cut, or you're never gonna, there's no way anybody is pathing into your building. So keep that in mind if you're doing a watchtower with some verticality. Because like, even though, I think I explained it the last time in the stream of like, even though this doesn't cover the upper floor, it doesn't matter, we're cutting a hole in the nav mesh in the game world. That's all that matters there. Make sure, and then we got to set our BSX flag. to editor marker so that this white cube doesn't render in the game. Close you, we don't want to save you. And then we will go ahead, actually let's rename this to Watchtower base. And that way we can just go boop. There we go. And then we're going to nav mesh it. And this is the air quotes fun part. I actually like it. I know most people hate me. Most people consider this dredge work. Oh, and nice. We got the stairs already poking out. It's going to make our job a lot easier. We are a lot floatier than I expected. I'm actually going to bring a plot in for a second to test something. So 2x2 res activator. Oh, must be the other way around. Res star 2x2. Drop you in. Oh, you're not gonna let me go to 0. Oh, because I'm in nav mesh mode. That's right. Oh, that's right. It's not floaty. We're in nav mesh mode. Duh. I'm thinking that that's the ground, but that's not. That's all right. Let's go back to our STW. Go back to nav mesh it again. All right. Let's ignore the fact that we're floating. That doesn't really matter. Okay. We'll start down here. I'm going to hit M to hide this, and then we'll just start walking our way up the stairs. Now, there is a chance some of these meshes that you use in the game have navcut data baked in to these pieces. So there's like inside of these pieces to let the NPCs walk through them. Sometimes there's navcut data in there. So we may end up with trouble with people pathing in this anyway, but that's what we're about to find out. I'm going to see if we'll get it in game, and then we'll grab dog meat and see if he can path into it. We gotta get around this little corner here. Now, another thing that is worth thinking about when you're doing this stuff is remembering that you've got large pieces of furniture. So you kind of got to like remember where those are and give your NPCs some space around them. So we're actually going to stop right there because I know there's that, there's like the our little armory section, and then we got the boxes. Like nobody's going to be able to path through here, so there's no reason to nav mesh over there. We're just going to be encouraging them to crash into things. So here, we'll go here. And here. And then hopefully this will work. I have to lift this guy up a little bit. Oh, I was holding the wrong key. Z, there we go. And same with you. We'll lift you up a little bit. And then we have our booth right here, but we want to at least get them in front of it so they can reach the first chair marker. And then there's that table there. And then around here, we're going to slice into this guy. And that's a fine place for that to cut. And there's all of that. So we've got the fire barrel here, the boxes here. It's okay if they won't walk this little spot here. That's good enough. Now the hard part for this one is this area under here, because we have nothing to attach to. So this one's going to get tricky. And because we have the nav mesh or the nav cut cube, if we don't nav mesh there, then NPCs will just not be able to path there at all. It'll just be like a dead zone. So we need to do something. So we're going to try and take advantage of these posts over here. There we go. Okay, and then I guess for back here, we can attach to the back of the cube. Oops, attached to the wrong one. We need these two. And back of our cube here. There we go. And then we'll just make a long triangle there. Big long triangles, I guess, are not ideal. You want to kind of avoid those, but in this case, not much I can do about it. All right, and then I think we had this pretty flush with the ground, so we can assume that this is our kind of ground plane. So we'll lift these up to be here. Get those kind of flat. It honestly doesn't have to be perfect, like the game kind of figures it out, but you guys know how sketchy the AI is in this game, so the more you can do. I know I've read in Bethesda's own tutorials, they say you should go a little bit above the surface as opposed to below. So if you have to make the choice. All right. And then this, I don't like. That feels way too big a triangle. So I think I'm going to do it though, and then I'll just break it up with some of this. There we go. So this is how you can kind of nav mesh like weird areas like this. So then we can do the same thing here. We can make a big giant triangle, and then I can slice it, make it a little more reasonable. And then the next thing I think we need to do is generally you don't want, this is what would be called an island because it's disconnected from this nav mesh. So we need to create like a proper connection here. So what we're going to do is do one of these down to this and kind of fan this out a little bit. And then we'll grab this guy. So they have kind of a path to there, and then we'll do one more. We'll use the cube to bounce off of. Grab this and then lift that up a little bit. So again, going with we want to be a little bit above the ground plane. It's obviously, it's hard to tell because of how far, and we're on a perspective view, so it's kind of hard to see, but that's probably fine. And then I want to do a little bit under here because the NPCs should be able to path like in this little spot right here. So we'll kind of scoot this over, grab this, and then take advantage of our cube again. So that cube is very useful to add in for doing nav mesh stuff. Makes that possible for them to nav mesh, and then bonus, it makes actual nav meshing easier. Oops. And we'll just grab these, push A, there we go. And we'll make one more there. And then I'm going to slide these guys. Oh, that guy went really low. All right, we're going to slide these guys out a little bit because nobody could possibly path through there. And then I think we're going to go out to all the way out to the corner here because we want to make sure that they can walk off this edge over here. And we'll go to this corner. And we'll just keep taking advantage of this cube. All right, and then I think that's about as far as they're going to be able to go. Even this, some of this they're not going to quite be able to walk under, so I can actually scooch this a little bit this way. That should be good. And then let's check the cube on this side. Yeah, there's not enough space for them to path, but we could poke them out over here. So we can kind of break this guy. And actually, I don't like this one. This is a little trick I picked up from watching Darkvox, who was a Skyrim tutorial maker, do of like, I don't know, again, I don't know what the goal is with the triangles, but it seems to be that you don't want long and skinny ones. You want kind of almost equilateral triangles, so like ones that are similar size all the way around. So if you click the edges, you can push S and it flips which vertices they're connected to. That's pretty advanced though. I don't think most of you need to do that, but any of you knows a little bit about 3D maybe could educate me on why that's important. Or maybe it's not for general modeling, but it seems to be important for, I bet it's just a math thing with calculations. I don't really know though. I don't know how the pathing works. I don't know the algorithm for pathing to understand why that would make a difference. But it tracks. I've seen a lot of stuff like collision stuff is always better the less sides you have, and it like detecting collision on a sphere is cheaper than detecting collision on a cylinder, which is cheaper than detecting collision on a square, and it just has to do with like how many numbers you need to keep track of. So it might be a similar thing with that. All right, there we go. We're done with that. So now we're going to finalize loaded area. Now, sometimes when you do that, finalize loaded area, when you have these little bits out here floating and they're not connected to some sort of structure at all, the CK will sometimes just eat them. So that's another reason to kind of make sure everything's all connected together. All right, close you, save you. All right, now we need to go back to our cell. And we need to export our decorations. Select all loaded refs. And export rough placements for selection. STW Watchtower L1. And we need our mesh name here. We're just going to drop that into a notepad file. Here we go. And I think we are ready to make our spreadsheets. Before I exit the CK, though, I'm going to make them because I don't want to have to reload it again because it takes forever. So date modified. Open U in Open Calc. All right, so we need to add our level column. All right, and I actually think, I'm trying to remember. There's another column. There's a couple more columns that you can add on here. I want to go check the toolkit really quick for that. Wiki, simzones2.com. And we will break you out. All right, let's go to creating add-ons, create buildings. Is it under here? So it's got the level column. Yeah, see, the spreadsheet actually supports a few other columns. We'll cover those in more advanced tutorial in the future. These are all the most necessary for this case. Okay, so let's go to try a advanced building customization. Let's see if it's under here. iStage start and iStage end. Okay, so there's nothing. What I was checking for is we have support for an extra data field where you can decide if things link to the nav mesh. And I don't think we have support of that in the spreadsheet, or if we do, it's just not documented. So the reason that that's important is because this big decoration scall that I'm putting in there covers up so much of the nav mesh that it might break it. But the way you avoid that is if things don't get attached to the settlement, if they just stay attached to the plot only, then they don't actually impact the nav mesh. So this might be something I have to do in the CK. All right, sure, we'll just save it to the desktop. We'll make more of a mess there, clean that up later. Close you. And we need to make our other one, which we can just do manually. All right, so we want default as our building material, our building materials, and then we will do our, oh yeah, the name is this because we just left it that way so we could drop it in. And to avoid all of our spawned items just appearing here, I'm going to use this also as a stage 1. And then we can go back and do stage stuff later. And then level 2, level 3. And we'll just use the same model for now. All right, so then this will be save as. Where's our CSV? And we'll do Watchtower L1 base. Oops, I forgot to hit edit filter settings. It might work anyway, but we'll save it again anyway, just to be sure. Because the Xedit script will not be happy if it's not in the exact right format. All right, close this. We got our 2 spreadsheets. We should be good to go. Well, let's load in. I know for UV and animation wise, even spaced or tries or polys is ideal for optimization. Yeah, but we hear that, but I bet you don't know the reason, right? Because it's probably some like super mathematical like reason for it, but it's just like one of those good habits to get into. All right, let's run the SS2 script, stage import. Nope. What is it? Stage SS2 import stage data. Entire building plan. All right, we're going to call this, what are we going to call this? Smoking Watchtower. STS, sure. I don't remember why it was STS. Stream something. I don't remember what the other part was. STS. Oh, and then we got to do the by gath. Plot type is Marshall. 2x2. Watchtower. Select themes. Lore friendly. We've got some aluminum. We got some metal. We got some wood. We're a little bit of everything. Theme. I guess we're military, sure. All right, description. Let's see here. Cobbled together. Watchtower. Harnessing the power of smoke. Occupants per level, 111. Model file, let's navigate to there. Desktop. L1 base. And I better rename this one before I make a mistake here. Decor. Oops. Try that again. There we go. And start. God, that script is so magical. All that stuff it does. All those forms, we used to do all that stuff by hand. And instead, like, this thing reminds me, what I love about this reminds me of, like, if you go in the CK, and you went to build a weapon, right? You just get a form like this and you just fill it out. But, like, under the hood, there's all sorts of crazy stuff that is happening that the engine's taking care of. And it's like, Pra created us that for building plans. It just feels really awesome that we have this. All right, let's exit here. Go back in. And let's enable this plugin and try not to add the number 2 to the end again. There we go. And we need a 4SE. There we go. All right, here we go. Omni, would it be possible to build multiple plots in one spot where you would build a watchtower and the ground floor would be an armory or other martial plot type? I mean, you can do it with yourself in game, but I think we have the code set to prevent this because it causes such bad problems. You can't make a plot spawn a plot. But you could do that in game. You could build one on top of the other. You could do it with the city plan too, or a layout. I guess we can just go to boat hangar and put it in here. Put it in this save. But yeah, we had that happening in SS1. Somebody tried to put a plot in as a stage item, so their plot would spawn a plot, and it created like infinite recursion and crashed their game. Starhammer, hello. I will have plenty more for you to do soon for updating PRP, because we have a bunch of changes in HQ again. I had to regen the what do you call it? The pre-combine again. Okay, let's find ourselves a martial plot, or we can go build one, but I want to get away from... Oh, I guess this area is fine. I was going to say I want to get away from this busy area, but this is actually one of the lighter areas. All right, let's go over here. Oh, we can fly because we have Workshop Plus. All right, let's do Marshall 2x2. Yeah, let's build it right on top of here. Although I guess if we want Dogmeat to path it, that's not going to work. We need to put it somewhere he has a chance in hell of pathing. So let's get you out of the way. Build a foundation plot. Hey, and it can see over top of this hedge. Perfect. All right, let's see if this is unlocked. I actually don't even know if this save has Watchtower unlocked, to be honest. I might have to cheat it. Nope, we do. All right, let's see. Smoking Watchtower. There it is. Come on, game. Oh, I bet everyone has a job. We probably have to go manually. Grab somebody. Whoa, what happened to the speed there? There it goes. Give me back my speed force. You. Congratulations, you're a janitor. The HQ cell name is SS2C2HQ main. There we go. And it should immediately put our structure because we used that as our stage 1. But yeah, once this builds, I'll be able to check if... Actually, we can... While this is doing this 1 minute thing, I can load this back up in the CK. I really want to find out if we have a field set up for preventing things from getting linked to the workshop. I think we have it set up automatically that by default, nothing on the plot is linked to the workshop. And things that you want to have linked, you have to explicitly state that you want it, if I recall correctly. And then I think HQ is the opposite. I think HQ, it defaults to linking everything, and then you have to tell it not to. There's a lot of learning curve with like unlearning stuff about that all of us had gotten used to. Wait, that's not it. What the heck's the plugin name? SS2 add-on stream Watchtower. SS2 underscore... All right, I can't find it, so we're going to do this. SS2 add-on. There it is. Yeah, there was a lot of with HQ, like unlearning things for a couple of reasons. One is we ended up tapping into the layout system, which works differently than plots. Because oh no, our thing went crazy. We're gonna have to create a version of that. Why is that doing that? That's so weird. Because we use this on a building plan and it doesn't do that. So it's so bizarre that it's screwing up in there. Oh, well, we'll figure that out in a minute. But we can see if everything else spawned correctly, and then we'll figure out how to fix that. All right, we got our little bench here. Actually, do we even have room to sit here? Oh, apparently we had the tutorial to build a watchtower. Okay, so this bench is unsittable, so we're gonna have to move that a little bit. What else we got going on? Can we still peek out our little window? Oh yeah. All right, so we've got to fix this thing. We got to move our bench a little bit. It might just be this table that's blocking the path. I'm not sure. Or it might have to lift the bench up a little bit. Sometimes actually, it's worth just doing it in game to test. So let's go mod POS Z. We'll do 5. So starting point. Nope, still can't sit. So let's go mod POS and we'll do 5 more. Just make sure it's not the vertical space. Nope, not the vertical space. So mod POS Z -10. And we'll try, this is X and Y are a little trickier because it's modified by the rotation of the plot. So you have to do like trig to get it right. So I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it here. Okay, that didn't do anything good. And then we'll do mod POS Y -5. Yeah, there we go. All right, let's see, pulling it out of the wall helps. Nope. Okay, so either the table's in the way or something over here's in the way. So we'll have to mess with that position in the CK a bit. Now let's test pathing. Let's see if the nav mesh is any good. Come here, buddy. Can you walk? Whoa. All right, well, since we're in here, we'll go ahead and load up the cell. Okay, fine CK. Oh no. I guess we won't be doing a test. Oh, I hate when that happens. Whee! This is place everywhere. I'm doing magic. Something I hit caused that to start spinning. I think it's clicking the mouse. Okay then. All right. Well, we'll have to refresh this now. Pain in the butt. All right. Well, we'll do it after we make our tweaks. We're going to try and fix that, and then we'll test the nav mesh. Because now this is going to be... I actually can't even save this. Like, the nav mesh isn't going to know what it's doing with that thing spinning around. All right, let's go in and fix the... let's fix this thing. So we're going to do a edit base. We'll make a copy of this thing. So we'll call this is going to be... Let's just do... W, sure. Well, we were doing STS for the other thing, so let's keep up with it. All right, let's add a default. Actually, I wonder if I made a disable havoc for SS2 specifically. I'm not sure. All right, havoc, let's search for that. I don't know what that means, Starhammer. Some settlements no havoc. No, we want SS2 no havoc, which we don't have anything loaded here. We might have, it probably exists. Yeah, I think it's this we need, but we need the SS2 version, but we don't have those scripts loaded right now. All right, so let me, sure, we'll hit OK to this. All right, we're going to do a couple of things here. We're going to show you guys how to load. Actually, why is that not loading? Let me check something in here. All right, come on. I'm trying to check first if I even have an SS2 script, but I think what's going on here is it can only detect the scripts that are loose, and I don't have the SS2 scripts extracted. There is a way you can force it, and I just don't know why it doesn't do it by default, but there's a way you can force it to load up. You can force it to load certain BA2 files into the CK while you're working. I'm just going to set that up real quick. And I have to remember what it is. I have it set up somewhere that I can copy my homework. Nope, not there. I wonder if I did it in Skyrim. Let's see here. Skyrim. Where's my creation kit file? Creation kit custom. No, it didn't do it that either. Does anybody know offhand where there's a thing you can add to your INI that force loads certain BA2 files? I cannot remember where that is because I don't want to extract my SS2 scripts into the folder here. I wonder if it'll find them with Papyrus Manager. I should check that. I was checking it over here to see if we have a havoc disable. It doesn't look like we do. Okay, interesting. I wonder if that's something that stage item details can do. Let's check that. All right, so we're gonna go STS item misc. We want where's our crazy thing? Standing windmill. Go in here. Extra data, extra special fields used by some settlements. Do not use, okay? I won't. Yeah, what is this for? Extra data. Okay. What about in the actual building plan that's using it? Let's try that. Use info. Level 1 weapon. Stage item spawns. All right, where's our funky thing here? Standing windmill. All right, so all we've got are eye stage end, eye stage num. All right, so we don't have any field to mess with that unless that eye extra data is capable of it, which now I'm curious, why does it say internal use only? That seems odd. That seems super suspicious. All right, let's dig into the scripts. Sim settlements, object references, simplot. What was that field called again? All right, get out of here, get out of here. Was that mysterious? I extra data. I extra data. What is that for? What are we using that for? It's a mystery. It's still not even listed here, even in simplot. Let's go to sim settlements, misc objects, stage item. Oh, we already had that open and I didn't detect it. I extra data. Yeah, this isn't being used anywhere. I wonder if this is a thing that I inherited from SS1 and I just wasn't sure if we were going to need it or not and left it in there. That's plausible. Let's see. Let's do file, open containing folder. And then my old pal, Ultra Search. If you're ever able to find an old version of this program, previous to the 3.0, 3.x, version 2.x was free and it was amazing, and then they ruined it. Let's see, extra data is what I want to search for. All right, so it's used by stage item. Where else are we using this? Yeah, we're not referencing it anywhere, so it's just a dummy field. It's not being used by anything. Interesting. Okay, so I don't have any default way to set up a preventing havoc from going into play. So we definitely have to solve this at the item level. So let's go back to our movable static we made. We'll try disable. We'll try the default. There's a default script for this. Default disable havoc on load. We'll see if that's fast enough to work. And then we'll just swap out this stage item for that. We'll see if that does it. Oops. STS. There we go. Let's see if that one will do it. Because I really want to use that piece. I like it. Oh, nope. That does not save I want. Nope, nope, nope. This one. This is where we were doing it. All right. This will be if we can get this will be a great success to end the stream on. I'm glad nobody needed help. That means everybody who's jamming is having no problem. So that's great to hear. Only I'm having problems now. All right, let's get in here and build our guy again. gotta give it more time to load up the add-on. Does it take a long time to do a virus scan because of all your SS2 files? No, not really. Although I have that stuff just like all runs at night, so I don't really ever see it happening. But it probably does. I mean, this computer is just, I had to buy a PCI card to extend the amount of hard drives that I could plug into it. I think I've got 6 or 7 SSDs in this computer to hold all the files. And then I have all those files also backed up on Google Drive because I'm terrified of losing all this work. This is years of work. All right, why is this not spawning a foundation either? It got me nervous, plot. Alright, still loading, still doing stuff. Well, clearly the save is struggling with the fact that we haven't even gotten a foundation yet. I gotta be patient here. I don't know what a Synology NAS is strong, but that sounds expensive. Because believe it or not, 7 SSDs not very expensive. Those things have tanked in price. All right, I don't know what is going on with this save. It appears to be super stuck. So we're going to go to a different save, which is odd because we just loaded it. I don't know what's going on with it, but maybe it's because I uninstalled that temporary mod and doesn't like that I installed something. Yeah, usually if the foundation doesn't spawn, it's just there's just script lag causing everything to back up. That's also worrying. Why is Workshop Framework hitting an error? What is going on here? What have these saves been through? See, in this one, I'm betting we don't have the thing unlocked, but... Oh yeah, I think we already went through this, that I couldn't use this save. Alright, let's go to a different save. We have so many to choose from here. Alright, well this one clearly has Marshall, because I can see they're on MQ32. Yeah, I loaded a save with a missing plugin. It's not happy. Captain Neutral, anyone know what caused me not to be able to travel to the dummy world of creating a new save file? I would guess the plugin got disabled. That would be my first guess. I would click pause your game, go to the mod screen, and see if it's checked in. Single NAS isn't enough. The old command should still work. I named another cell something shorter because I was getting tired of not remembering the name of the cell. And then I moved all the COC markers really close to the workbench so that it would be less work on that side too. Alright, let's see if this works. Alright, we'll just put it right in the middle of this path. That's fine. Oh, wow. Somebody was digging deep on the data here for this one. All right, if this one doesn't spawn a foundation, then something's up. Something's going wrong. I don't think I did anything weird. We had a foundation when I first was testing this. What could we have broken? All right, we'll just. I'm gonna do a quick something. Let's do script check. Well, spelling's bad, but that's fine. Let's see here. I don't understand why this is suddenly failing when all we've done is added a plugin. Let's go documents, my games, Fallout 4, Fall Room Tools. Let's see, Fallout 4 saves, script check. All right, let's see what's going on. What is happening with this save file? Save file was loaded quickly. That's good. Just not in front of me. Where's it at? There it is. All right, let's see here. We've got 1 suspended stack, 23 active scripts. What's on this suspended stack? Doesn't show us. Okay. Where are we at? What's happening here? Thread runner. All right, this is just normal. All the startup stuff for when you first load a save. It's all the different quests looking to see if there were any patches installed. So that should be fine. I wonder, this might have some, no, again, that doesn't make any sense that it broke between when I exited the game and returned to it, right? Because, like, it was working fine when we tested before I made these little tiny changes. What did I do wrong here? Let's just try with the old turn it off and turn it back on again trick. If it can work for hardware, it can certainly work for software. All right, and before we were able to work in this one, this is where we did it the first time. How many of you would vote for a presidential candidate if their only platform was, I will eliminate daylight savings time? Because I am very bummed about losing an hour's sleep tomorrow. Oh, I know what a NAS is. I don't know what is a Synology NAS. Is that something like some fancy special edition? What is that? It sounds like a expensive version of it. Or is that just like is that the brand, or is that like a type? I've never heard of that. All right, let's see if we get our foundation quickly. Yeah, see, there it goes. So it was just a turn it off, turn it back on again. Thanks, Fallout. You'll be tickled to gain an hour in the fall. Yeah, but I will sacrifice that if I can just not have my sleep schedule interrupted in the spring. It's just a name brand. It's a company that makes them decently user-friendly. Don't have to have a PhD to run it. Yeah, that's my recollection of setting up NASs, is that it's not fun. Because there's always like, oh, that's when we're in the server room, we're doing stuff like that. We're messing with those. So never even occurred to me to do something like that at home. Yeah, but like Canuck, what is the difference? It's just a number, right? Like you can still schedule your day around when the sun's up. It doesn't have to. The number shouldn't matter for that. Like if especially people who have a life where the sun is important, like their life revolves around the sun, not the number that's on the time. I don't know. It just seems like a weird thing to do. To like schedule or to mess with our schedules like that, especially in modern society where everything is we're all synced up to time. I mean, it's also there's all sorts of problems with time now that we're in a global economy anyway. Like the hoops I've got to jump through sometimes with my schedule to work with some of the vendors that I use who are located in different countries it can be interesting. You have to keep weird hours. But daylight savings just seems like such an odd thing to have kept up. Yeah, the soul is the fact that we don't change it on the same time. And what's funny is we just changed our daylight savings time not that long ago, like less than 10 years ago, and we could have just changed it to sync up with everybody else, but instead I think we changed one of the dates to be the same as everybody else and the other date totally different. It was like, why? It's kind of like our like officially the US adopted the metric system I think like 40 years ago or something, but all of us are still taught standard. We just like to be different over here. All right, let's see if our... Look, it worked. The default Havoc thing worked. All right. I wasn't sure if that was going to be fast enough. Because I remember we had to have a special script on it for some Settlements 1. For spawns to do stuff on load. Cool. All right, and then we still have the problem of... Oh, I forgot to swap out the steam emitter. So we can still fix, we can do the WPM thing, or like go in and out of workshop mode and it should hide. There it goes. All right, where's the steam? There it is. It's just a little subtle. All right, now we need to test nav mesh. We're not going to tab out this time. We don't want to risk angering the place everywhere gods. Come here, buddy. Wait, what do you mean it can't be commanded by you? Who's my follower? Oh, I think I have Nick with me right now. All right, well, Nick, I don't know where you are, so you're being replaced by a superior companion.
How you doing, buddy?
No, it says... What?
Never mind, boy.
Oh, I guess I'll just do it out of... We'll do it out of workshop mode.
Over here.
All right, let's see if he whimpers. Says he can't make it.
Head over there.
Okay, you can walk through the settlement. Come on up here.
Go there.
Can you come up here? Or are you going to tell me sad bark? No, he didn't like that. All right. Sad whimper. Oh, no. All right, come up here, buddy.
There.
Mournful howl. All right, how about on the stairs?
Move here.
Sad whimper.
Here.
Okay, so then we're going to try the next thing. There is, we have found out over much testing that the nav mesh doesn't always update in real time. And we have there is a trick to get around it. Nav mesh test. If you just reload your save, the nav mesh will force rebuild. Yeah, it is shocking to me. There's if you go, I'm trying to remember the website. There's a website that has a list of all the console commands that have been data mined. And there's one that's supposed to toggle the visibility of the nav mesh. Like, why Bethesda doesn't let us see that, I don't understand. Like, why? Just leave that in. Leave that in. Oops. All right, we just went through the same problem again. Come here, buddy. Come here.
Hey. Over here.
All right, let's see if he'll walk across the plot. If I get him real close and then say, come. Can we get you to... Come here. No, come on. This way. Ah. Go.
Move here.
We walk across the plot. No? Okay, how about we go under it over here?
Here.
It's going around it. Oh, nope, there it goes. Aha. So that part's working. So now it's just as the stairs working. Come here, buddy. No, it doesn't like the stairs.
Head over
All
there.
right, how about get in front here? All right, try here. No. Like even the noise it's making, it's like, no, just not going to happen.
Go there. There. Move out.
All right, so still something not... Oh, he's trying. Still something not quite right about our nav mesh we got to fix. But this is why we said with the contest, this part is not required because it can be extra painful. I mean, the nav mesh in your own world spaces, building a dungeon is hard, and it's like magnified when you're trying to do it in a dynamically spawned item. So that's fine. We will let's save again. I'll mess with it another day. I think I got this plot far on for long. I'm going to finish it eventually. But I think for now, I'm going to call it. That's a good night. I hope all of you guys have a better luck with your nav mesh than I did, and that you guys are having a good time working on the building plans. If you guys have questions, definitely head over to the We Are Builders Discord. If you don't know how to get that, I'm sure there are links plastered all over our forums at simsettlements.com. There's definitely a link in the theme announcement video that I posted, so you can go get help for your jam in there. Alrighty, guys, we'll catch you on Wednesday for the normal stream.